الفاينل امره غير وكرون امره غير يا عيني يا عيني يا عيني يا عيني
فعلا يطلع من تشيكن دينر. مزار بيحاول ياخذ الفرصه هنا على لاعب ثور. يا ولد يا مزار RUKH يغادر المباراه وايضا 4v1 بالنسبه لتيم ذا وورد اوف باتل.
What's up, guys? Welcome. It is time for us to head into day number 2 now. Already in the first day, we've seen quite a bit of action coming through here in phase number 2. Of course, this is PMPL Africa Fall 2023. We are going to be taking you through all the action that Miramar Day is going to be bringing in. Now, when I say Miramar Day, it's exactly the way it seems. We are going to be playing a Miramar heavy day today, so we are going to be having 3 runs to see exactly what these teams can bring through as we step onto Miramar for a lovely, decent dose of a bit of that desert action. Of course, we are going to be adding a little bit of that Erangel and Sanhok action in between as well to see exactly what the teams are going to be looking to achieve. But in the meanwhile, well, let's take a look at the format here. Of course, we are working our way through the phase, right through the league stage. We are currently sat in phase number 2. We are going to be heading straight into phase number 3 once we're done with this. So all 20 teams are playing their way through 5 days of sweaty action. Only 16 teams make it into each match as we are rotating through our groups as we proceed through that league and week stage. But of course then, making it up into finals, only the top 16 teams are going to be allowed to enter. And that is essentially what we're racing for, right? So it is going to be that play, that slot up into the finals. We've got the slots also then going into the MEA Championship, which is going to be only 6 of them. And then, of course, as we know then, right, the PMGC slots are also available. Now, we've seen a few things happening with regards to those PMGC points, but curious to see exactly how that is going to end up, though, as we are going to be proceeding through the second phase. Of course, the teams also then have the opportunity to capitalize on those placement points. First position being worth 10 points. Landing anywhere between 9th and 16th is going to award them not a single point, but they can still capitalize on the aggression. And of course, at the end of the phase, on day number 5, we are going to be dishing out a few of our bonus points here. As you can see, first place walking away with 20 points, 20th position walking away with 1 point, and everything in between. So quite a lot of opportunities for teams. In fact, there are 4 opportunities, right? End of each phase, right? So phase 1, 2, and 3. And then also the overall standing with regards to the main running leaderboard, right? The big leaderboard. They also get an opportunity to get additional points before making it over into the finals. But as we know, stepping into the finals, that is where they have the opportunity to add even more to their overall prize. As well, for league stage, each team gets exactly the same share, right? We do have a prize for MVP as well as, I believe, the most winner chicken dinners. But then, stepping into the finals, that is where they get to add anything from $5,500 to additional $500 on top of their earnings already coming through for the league stage. So a lot of opportunity here now available for the teams to try and increase that bank, to add even more, and to walk away with not only slots, but a very decent, strong share with regards of their share of the prize pool. But of course, then our groups moving through this phase, we've got Group A all the way over on that left-hand side, right? That is going to be FALCONS, RUKH, as well as the World of Battle. Then we work through Group D, Group C, Group D, B, C, D. There we go. And E at the end. I'm failing a little bit at my alphabet here today. So Black Hand Special, 77k, and Vampires. Those are going to be our teams sitting it out for our first match here today. Now, that's the way we've been doing it. And that's the way it will remain, right? First match, Group E going to be sitting it out. Then Group D is going to sit it out in match 2. Group C in match 3. Group B in match 4. And then, of course, well, Group A, they've already completed the day over in match 4. So, well, they won't be stepping into match number 5. So, curious to see who's going to be the ones to step it up. And especially moving into a day like today, being Miramar Day, I think there's going to be a great opportunity for the teams that are pretty dominant, pretty proficient when it comes to that, to really crank it out, right? So, match 1, 3, and 5 is going to be Miramar. Now, if you see a Miramar map on, you don't know exactly where we are, it's going to be either of those, right? Either match 1, 3, or 5. Then we have Sanhok coming in as match number 2 and Erangel for match number 4. So we got to add a little bit of that extra spice on top, right? Just to keep the teams nice and balanced, keep them healthy. And aside from Miramar Day, we have a Erangel Day as well. That is going to come through on day number 4. So we still have a little bit of a way to go until we are going to be making it all to that point. But moving into Miramar Day, based on the performances that we've seen so far come through, I mean, the leaderboard is looking quite exciting, right? RUKH having a phenomenal start to the action, leading with 15 eliminations ahead of RUKH Esports, but they've not yet been able to claim themselves a winner chicken dinner. So who knows? Maybe today could be that day. I mean, especially looking at the performances we've been seeing from RUKH, particularly looking at Miramar. I mean, they are the most aggressive team. They're sitting on 69 eliminations for a grand total of 100 points, only being beaten out by Virtual Gaming Squad and FALCONS White, who are sat on 104 points for Virtual. And then, of course, the Falcons are coming through on 115 with those 3 winner chicken dinners. So let's see if anyone's going to be able to catch up to them. Of course, Black Hand also with a good dominant performance here. 97 points, 2 winner chicken dinners, 97 total eliminations, and of course 30 placement points. Yes, Hollywood. Yes, Hollywood. We're going to be getting into that. We are going to be starting, indeed. 100% correct. We are going to be starting to scroll down to the next page. So as to the question as to why everything is written in Arabic, it's because we are getting the feed from the Arabic broadcast, right? Without the audio, without their audio. So we don't hear them talking, right? We can only see what they see. And that's it, right? It's called the world feed. That is how it works. So, yeah, Falcons and 77k, though, sat all the way in 15th and 16th position, which is a little bit odd. I mean, we did also see Black Hand yesterday holding on to a very bottom position until they popped off. And, well, just climbed to the top of the leaderboard. Well, close to the top of the leaderboard. We're going to be closing it out there with Esports at an 18th position, plus 18, and Castle Black then coming through in 19th and 20th position, respectively. But yeah, as you just saw, we are feeding off of the Arabic broadcast, so that is just the way it goes. So, like we said yesterday, we did see quite a few jumps, right? We had a 12-slot jump, 2 13-slot jumps, and a 14-slot jump coming in. Now, Blackhand jumping up 14 slots just yesterday. But speaking about slots, we are going to be looking at something... Oh, it's just an explainer video. Oh, actually, it's our top 5 MEBs. Let's take a look.
من صفوف محاربين روخ ايسبورتس جمب شوت جدا جميله ياخذ نزل يحاول باتروكس سبراي على كيمي 1 اتش بي قوه يتقرب قوه ما يرحمش الكسندر مازال ولكن باتروكس هو باب الجحيم الذي قد فتح من الصقور. ديروا بالكم برلين وعناب. يلا يا وليدي عناب. بو 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 سوبر باور عناب والتدخل. الغلط يا مالك كله راح من اليمين. مالك جاب الاول. هنشوف دلوقتي مالك بالدي بي اس يدمج الثاني اول والثاني. يا مالك يا مالك يا مالك لا 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 يا مالك. السبال ولا لا النيت بالحضن هاتوا بالحضن كمل في الشوتجن. ازرد موقفه صعب موقفه كبير الاول والثاني يا عيني ازرد الدبع بازرد. فين الثالث يا ازرد لسه مكمل في كلاتش صعبه. ازرد الشوكه هنشوف دلوقتي ازرد هل استخدامك للمولي ولا امثل. ازرد يقرر النزول يقرر الرجوع. ازرد مغامر يا الله يا الله يا الله يا
Alright, so also then, another reason why our broadcast, why everything is in Arabic, right, is because also if you didn't know, let me tell you, so Arabic is actually one of the biggest languages on the continent of Africa, right? It's the most predominant language, followed by French and English. So, yeah. We've got more Arabic-speaking people on the continent of Africa than we have French and English-speaking people, right? French and English, very close second to that. But yes, Arabic is the predominant language on continental Africa. So there we go, right? That's why everything's in Arabic. In the meanwhile, let's hop on through. We are going to be looking at our overall performances with regards to the lovely Miramar. So you can see Virtual Gaming Squad looking to be quite a bit of a force when it comes to the map of Miramar. They are sitting with 64 eliminations out of only 9 matches. That is why their stat is so high, 7.11, and they've been able to capitalize on quite a bit of damage, right? Looking at Falcons White, theirs sits a little bit lower because they are sitting on 62 eliminations, but they've played 10 matches. Even looking at RUKH, technically they have the highest amount of eliminations, right? They have the highest amount of eliminations on the map of Miramar, but because they've played 10 matches and not 9 like we've seen now for Virtual Gaming Squad, that's why the stats look the way they look. So that is the way, right? Africa does not have a particular language. Africa has many, many languages. Speaking of languages, let's speak the language of damage, right? As you can see here, it's going to be RUKH and RUKH Esports now having a bit of a comparison based on their day 1 performances. RUKH Esports only with 23 versus the 38. Right, that is a pretty insane lead coming through there for the side of RUKH. And that's the difference between first and second. Right, as I said, 15 eliminations. That is the difference between the pure aggression that we saw coming through from RUKH yesterday. And also, they've been able to secure themselves over 8,000 damage. I mean, that is 80 players worth of damage that they've been able to cause. So, a very, very sweaty play. But yeah, let's see. It's fine, we can read the ranking. Yeah, I mean, everything is right there, right? We can read the points, we can see what the board is saying. Now, we are going to be looking at the overall performance coming through here between RUKH and RUKH. Now, this is for the entire league stage so far. Right, as you can see, RUKH Esports sitting on 151 eliminations. RUKH all the way down in 5th place on 174 points. Are going to be sat on 121. So it's good to see RUKH really looking to step up the performance, right? Turning up the dial, looking to see if they can get into all the heat. I'll let the chat answer that question. But in the meanwhile, yes, let's look at these boards. I hope that they're actually going to be showing us the overall leaderboard at some point, right? Because we do have RUKH Esports now currently sat on 240 points. With 4 winner chicken dinners. That is the overall big score. Falcons White then locked into 2nd place. We got Clear Vision locked on 3rd with 196 points. Virtual Gaming as well as RUKH sharing that 5th place, right, with 174 points. So it's good to see exactly what these teams are going to be bringing in. Nish now saying face-to-face. Yes, that's what it says up at the top of the screen when we look at that comparison coming through between the teams. So thank you for the translation there, Nish. Niche. I don't know why I said niche. Niche. Of course, if you want to hit us up on social media, be sure to include the hashtag. You can include the hashtag PMPL Africa. Of course, you can hit us up on Facebook or YouTube, or, well, you can also venture, if you're feeling a little bit bold, right, head over onto the lovely TikTok and share your thoughts, right, as to what you think of the team's performances, and more in particular, the team that you are supporting. So I'd love to hear from you in that regard. But of course, well, if you have any potential predictions here for today, be sure to let me know in the chat, right? If you think there's going to be one team dominating today, tell me who do you think it is, right? But let's try something a little bit different, right? I've been asking for predictions as we go around, trying to see, you know, who's going to be able to guess things right. So, who do you think is going to be the top 5 teams in this first match? Right, remember, 77k, Black Hand, Special Esports, and Vampires are not going to be playing because they're sitting this match out. So let's see if you can correctly guess the top 5 teams moving into the last few phases, right? Take a wild guess. Let's see who's going to be hitting it on the head. But the onus is going to be on you to see whether or not that actually is the case, because I can't exactly track all of that, right? But let's see whether or not that is going to be the case. And also then we can ask the usual questions, right? Where do you think the zone is going to be going? Where do you think the flight path is going to be going? So let's see exactly what that will be bringing in. We've got Moyes coming through with a bit of a hello in the chat there as well. It's a clearer mod today. So Ellen predicting that it's going to be Clear Vision. Bring in a bit of a dominating performance here. I mean, that's interesting that you say that, because looking at Clear Vision, they are currently sat all the way in 7th. Sure, they've got themselves 2 winner chicken dinners on the map of Miramar, but I mean, they've also been relatively consistent with regards to their play here, right? 23 placement points, 41 total eliminations. So I'm curious to see whether or not Clear Vision could potentially be looking to add a little bit of that additional spice here. But looking at Clear Vision and then looking at the spot in which we see the players from Falcons White, they nearly doubled. They nearly doubled the amount of points, right? So Falcons, they are definitely going to be quite a force to be reckoned with. So I'm curious to see whether or not the teams are going to be looking to contest that. Maybe bringing in a bit of a push here. Hashir, you're saying I should sleep more. Well, I mean, so, yes. Sleep would be nice, I guess, right? But for some reason, it is getting exceptionally hot in my office today. But it is what it is. Hence the red eyes, right? Because I'm actually slowly starting to melt up. But either which way, speaking about melting, I think it's also pretty much on topic then. Because, well, we are heading in towards Miramar to see exactly what our teams are going to be bringing through. We want to see a little bit of that desert chaos to come on through. We've not yet had a Miramar on day one for this phase, right? Because that's just not how those map rotations work out. So I'm curious as to what the result of this first initial match will be. So be sure to drop your predictions in the chat. 6 out of 6 winner chicken dinners for more Esports. I mean, that would be interesting, but we're not going to be playing 6 matches today. So, yeah. So it's going to be Clear Vision, Falcons, RUKH, and RUKH. So is that the prediction coming through from Ellen for the top 5? Because those are only 4 names. You're missing one. Alright, so yeah, I'm just pointing out what I'm seeing here. In the meanwhile, it does seem like we are going to be prepping to jump, hop, and skip onto that plane. Waiting for our flight path. Personally, I want to see a flight path maybe going from, again, that southwestern side, right, towards Valle del Mar, Minas del Sur, Minas del Valle, Chumacera, that kind of region, and heading all the way up into towards the region, like similar to Campo Militar, maybe even Tierra Bronca, you know, somewhere within that vicinity. And then the zone, I want to see an Oasis zone. I've always wanted to see an Oasis zone in competitive. I think I've only had it happen once. I don't know what the teams are going to think of that, but that is just that's my thought. That's my prediction. That's what I want to see. So we do have a few predictions coming through for Falcons that are going to be performing today. Do you know how many teams are getting the slot for the next split? How many of the top teams are getting... Oh, all right. So usually, pretty much all the teams get the opportunity to move forward, but when PMNC comes through... that is when we take the teams that have slotted into the bottom 8 slots, and they get to battle against 8 new teams to see who will have that opportunity to come back in the next season, right? So the top few teams, they are going to get the invite to come back. A few of the lower teams are going to have to fight in the PMNC to try and qualify, but there's also then an opportunity for a bit of new blood to come in to add their flavor to PMPL. So excited to see exactly what those teams could potentially be bringing in. At this point, we don't know who it is. We are going to be finding out much, much closer to the time. But in the meanwhile, yeah, it is now just the time to see exactly what that match is going to be having for us. Nish saying that XENON are going to be coming back. Well, I mean, looking at the overall positioning... With regards to what we could have happen here today, I mean, XENON, they've also had a winner chicken dinner. So, I mean, there's definitely a bit of an opportunity now for XENON to do that. And of course, sitting in 4th place for the day, coming in here, I don't think it's a too bad of a position for them. Sure, there is quite a bit of a gap ahead of them, at least, 27-point gap. They'll clearly be, quite easily rather, be able to close that up. So, like the top 16 slots, and 16 will play in PMNC next split. Yeah, so you can say roundabout like from 12th to 20th, right? The teams that finish this season in 12th to 20th place, they're going to have to fight in PMNC. Don't take my exact word for that, but it's right about the bottom 8, bottom 10 teams that are going to be fighting for a bit of contention there to see whether or not they can make it back into the next PMPL, or whether or not they are going to have their slots replaced by the teams that actually beat them in the PMNC. So yeah, quite a bit of excitement, a little bit of danger, right? A little bit of tension building as the teams will have to defend their honor, their right to be in the PMPL. So yeah, PMNC should start at some point. It's definitely got to be before we head into the PMGC. So it'll be somewhere in between there. She also already mentioned, all right, let's see. All right, what other top 5 predictions do we have? We got Lucky coming through here with the top 12. There we go. All right, so top 12. No, Moise, I think it's the other way around. It's not the top teams that have to fight for their slots. It's the lower end teams. The teams that didn't exactly make it on through into the next piece. But yeah, that is going to be exactly what we have come through. Not quite sure what the delay is with the start of this match. There is an interesting thing happening here, though. What is... Alright, so he's sitting there. Denver is sitting with a... Is that an egg? Alright, Denver with an egg on a spoon for some odd reason. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Denver's doing. Maybe that's exactly what Denver needs to do. Yeah, that's the first time I saw that. First, I thought there was like a wire and a thing there that's going, but then when I put it up on screen properly, I could actually see that it is indeed a spoon. So I don't know why, but that is what we have happening at the moment while we wait to see what Miramar is going to bring on through. Let me check if there was maybe a rehost or something that has happened in the meanwhile. I'm not quite sure exactly what the reason is for the current delay, because we're already running a little bit behind. So hopefully we'll have a bit of clarity very, very soon. Let me see what I can find out. Yes, there was indeed a bit of a starting issue. A few of the team, well, yeah, there was indeed a bit of a starting issue. So it's gonna come back soon. We'll be heading into that. All right, so it seems like Denver has now dropped the egg. Well, they've put it down without actually dropping the egg. They've dropped it down. He's not talking to an egg. He was trying to talk with the egg in his mouth, right? Or trying to balance an egg on a spoon while talking. I'm not quite sure what the point of that was. Maybe Flanker was trying to outflank them. Who knows, right? Maybe they were trying to see if there's a bit of an approach that they could take to get, you know, something to happen here. But, well, like I said, that might have been exactly what we needed to see to get into our first match. So yeah, just patiently awaiting the start of the plays here. So let's see if those predictions are going to come through. In the meanwhile, let's hop into the match and see exactly what they will have in store for us. So flight path is going to be coming in from Puerto. Alright, so heading all the way across the way, just south of El Pozo. Nice. That's an egg after losing a challenge with Flanker. Alright. What is my prediction for the top 5 teams for this week? Lucky. Do you want me to bless or curse teams? I think that is the first question I have to ask. Do you want me to bless or curse teams? Because I don't quite know what the answer to that could maybe be, based on what we've been seeing come through from just day one, right? Because essentially I don't have anything else really to base my answer on. I mean, sure, I could look back at phase 1, but you know, phase 2 is just a whole different beast. So, well, that's a good question. Let me try and think of a decent answer. But let's see where that zone is going to be going in the meanwhile. Ooh, alright. A very centered up zone. So nothing really too outlandish, nothing really too upsetting here. The teams are going to be able to get themselves properly and decently situated. Alright, so to answer your question with regards to who I think could be taking it. That is good. That is good. Alright, so I would say Black Hand, RUKH, Clear Vision, RUKH, and maybe Virtual. I think. In the meanwhile, let's see. As RUKH Esports now find themselves a little bit of action here at the expense of a bit of special Alphology. Oh no, that is superpower. Yeah, Alphology now going to be just standing there, trying to figure out what the heck just happened here. Nub is still going to be dropping down. Ooh, they've just touched down onto the ground. But a great start here for RUKH. I mean, they're not going to be complaining about this whatsoever, right? 2 eliminations up. They didn't even have to go all that far. Atili saying that Miramar is the best map, devoid of snakes. I mean, you can still find a few snakes in the desert, right? If you turn over rather the right amount of boulders or rocks, you could still very well find yourself a few snakes along the way. So let's see how the teams are going to really get to play this one out. Give your predictions as to who you think could be the one to step it up here, right? Who do you think is going to be the team to clutch it? We've now heard our top 5. But which one of the top 5 do you think is going to be the team to take that victory? If you're feeling really bold, tell me how many eliminations rather they are going to be having to their name as well. So let's see who can accurately guess it. Of course, you have no prize other than bragging rights. Falcons are going back to top 5. It's easy for them. Yeah, I think they were just maybe chilling a little bit. Right, enjoying the scenery, taking in a bit of a relaxing moment over here and there. But yes, Atsili, I also enjoy Miramar quite a bit. This is also my favorite map out of all of them. So Miramar Day is a very happy DK day. All the same. Let's see where our teams are going to go though. I mean, the World of Battle again in the usual spot. Held up in towards the lovely Picardo. We got Van Gid just to the north. Got a wave all the way over towards Graveyard. Alright, so apparently Clear Vision are going to be running with between 14 to 16 eliminations. Wow. Alright. Alright. Well, that is one pretty precise prediction we've got coming through. Let's see if that is going to hold true. The meanwhile, it's going to be Virtual Gaming Squad held up in towards the lovely Chumacera. They're going to get themselves nice and stuffed with regards to loot. Fortunately, they don't have to move all too far to get themselves situated. Meanwhile, we can't say exactly the same now for Greedy. Of course, all the way over towards Puerto. But the zone is not going to demand too much of a crazy rotation to come through here. I mean, also Falcons, they are in their usual spawn, right? Up into Valle del Mar. So nothing out of the ordinary. They know exactly how to play through here. Let's see where these rotations are going to lead towards. The rest of the lobby are going to be starting to trickle further and further into that zone. RUKH Esports says Damar is going to obliterate the lobby. Hey, I'm here for it, right? I'll support any of the chaos we could potentially be seeing come through here. Smash team now trying to play a little bit more of a stealthy approach. They have spotted out Team Mon, but now it's going to be +18 to welcome them up into the zone. It's a +18 making a little bit of noise. But not committed to follow through on the noise just yet. Meanwhile, it does seem like Black Lost and the rest of Smash, they are going to be fishing rather for a little bit of that Timon to see if they can find the hit, to find the trade. Clear Vision are using the opportunity to expand their reach. Good angle here, just off the back of power plant, or the power grid rather. Castle Black rotating up behind Smash, already finding a few opening plays. Let's see a Smash now going to be looking to respond in kind, or will we see Castle Black actually getting the jump in on them? Meanwhile, it's going to be XENON holding on to a 2-2 split. 2 to the north, 2 to the south. A beautiful elevation that they have to work with here. Mo Esports also keeping a very reserved position. Hi, TK, my new manager. All right. That's the first time I'm hearing of it. But it's great to hear of my promotions. That's fantastic. I just get promoted. All right, so Moy said that if the Falcons perform today, it will be a surprise to them. I mean, I think we kind of expect Falcons White to perform. Alright, Madara saying that RUKH Esports are 100% going to PMGC. Alright, so do you refer to the fact that you believe they are going to be qualifying on PMPL points? Because currently they are trailing behind with, well, 83 points. So there is quite a bit of an opportunity for that, and I said it yesterday. I believe that if RUKH Esports really remain focused, there's a high chance, a high probability that they could bring exactly that kind of upset. In the meanwhile, Nagato now just navigating the treacherous open fields. Oh, they'll be back after the break today. Oh, after their break. Okay. Alright, well, I can't wait. I can't wait. JVN trolling in the chat. As Arif, rather, gets taken on down. I promise I'll get over saying 7 Reef and go into saying Arif. As Ilias now arrives on Arif. To see if they can get that res properly secured. But a good angle being held there by one shot. Clear Vision looking to dial up the heat, but the Falcons, they are going to be coming in hard, swooping in behind Clear Vision. So I hope they're ready for what this fight could potentially be bringing in. Alright, Arab Golden doing their due diligence. Ooh, I want to see those M24 hits. I want to see those M24 hits come through. One of battle, trying to get themselves set up. A good position to hold on to, at least for the time being. Let's see where that shift is going to be taking us. Is it going to be a more aggressive play? Is it maybe going to lean towards the southern edge? Or is it going to pull all the way back up to the north? I mean, if it pulls north, that could be a great opportunity now then for RUKH Esports. Oh, alright. It's going to go down southwest. So most will have quite a bit of ground to cover. Same could be said here for Jack Digger as well as GREEDYFORKILLS. Alright, here we go, Clear Vision. This is now the opportunity to bring the upset right onto the doorstep of +18. A nice bit of molly work coming through here. Meanwhile, it's going to be Smash and Falcons holding on the edge. Ooh, there we go, Knight. Oh, good night indeed. Oh, but it's short-lived. Axel with a beautiful nade. Are they going to find it over onto Ilias? Well, the answer to the question is yes, as Arif now is going to have to make the most out of a very challenging situation. Again, unfortunately for the Falcons, or rather for the side of Smash, I mean, Arif can't move too far away. Because one, they've not yet secured themselves within the zone, but two, there is quite a bit of opposition moving into the edge of that zone. What's up, Jahan? Alright, now Axe are going to be looking to push up. Ooh, they found a bit of an opening here with Arab Golden. Oh, come on, who's going to get it? Simon, no! Why are you on burst mode? Oh. See, that's why I don't play with the M16. Because burst mode, I mean, it's the quickest way to burst yourself into the lobby. That was very unfortunate indeed. Not quite the performance or the angle that I was expecting to see come through here from Arab Golden. But they still have Azem and Mason in the match. Alright, so Azem now needs to keep it nice and quiet. But as we can kind of maybe see, not exactly, but kind of maybe. We do have Arif there from Smash also just sneaking in behind them. Now it's going to be Amjid. Oh, SAFG goes down. So Virtual Gaming Squad can really look to close up the last play here onto Ahmed. It's going to be Castle Black now saying goodnight. Unfortunate end to their first match, potentially, but it's all going to be dependent on what Virtual Gaming Squad is going to be bringing through here. Alright, so Virtual Gaming. Oh! Oh! Finds themselves the play, and that is it. Castle Black, first team out here for today. Nice play again. Teak playing a little bit of cleanup. Arab Golden going to be taking that 15th position slot. At least 2 eliminations up to them. So Falcons now coming full circle. M14 Mini, AKM, DBS, and Scar out. Yeah, I mean, that's better than the M16. Oh! Alright, alright. Focus though. You need to focus. The focus is coming through with the hits. Oh, down they go though. Fares. Being an absolute thorn in the side here. I mean, Eflex is going to be very, very happy about that indeed. But I see what the response will be now from Virtual Gaming as Mosta, the damage is connecting over into that vehicle. A very big edge play going through across the board here. Will the battle Ra'ad and XENON, essentially the only 3 teams not really held up on the edge. Everybody else is going to be perched on the outside, looking in. So this is again one of those zones where center is not necessarily going to be the best choice to make. Oh, Mo! Getting caught out in the open fields. Nowhere really left to run. Berlin going to be looking to play a little bit of upset as they come in on the edge. Marshall drives the shots into Pedro. Alright, good angles here from XENON. Really looking to capitalize on the available space. Elisio Paradox now in so much trouble. Pedro gets confirmed. And Mo Esports are not going to have a good time here, as they are being pressured by both Superpower and XENON. But let's see if there will be some glimmer of hope. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Mo. Superpower going to be looking to make the most out of what they have. Ooh. Maybe XENON. Oh, no. Berlin. Yep, down they go. Elisio, good response. But Elisio can't exactly move from that current positioning. It is going to be XENON looking to pressure them in. And of course now Nub could really look to try and capitalize. Up comes Marshall, feeling a little bit cheeky. Well, and they do get it, right? That is going to be an unfortunate end for MEA Esports. Marshall also going to be holding on to one elimination. Let's see how Special are going to be looking to get themselves out of the situation. RUKH now could be looking to give them a bit of their own medicine here. Oh, yep, down is Berlin. Oh, Nub. Also going to be meeting a bit of that aggression. Here we go, right? Superpower. Getting their own medicine served back to them. They will have to settle for 13th position. Still, we are going to be looking at a few of these edge angles being held. Ooh, clear vision. Vito. Feeling that pressure come through. One shot. Going to be looking to sneak in a bit of a response. They do find E-Flex. And that is +18 now, out in 12th place. Smash still holding on to one. They've not yet been found. Alright, so Wave and Virtual, oh, having a bit of a disagreement. Let's see how Virtual are going to be looking to respond. Oh, alright, they find the Zol. Gaddafi running up the hill. Landing the spray up into Yafoz. Now it's going to be down to Mosta and Amjid. But Gaddafi now being put in a very, very difficult position. At least they still have Petrox up on the ridge there. Alright, so that is going to be the end of the road now for Wave and Jack Diggers. We move down to our final 9 teams. Looking to claim our very first winner chicken dinner of the day. RUKH. Oh, risking it all. Fever are going to be holding on the edge. They have Reno there for a bit of support, but Porsche gets found. Good play, good angles here as we do say goodbye to RUKH Esports. So now this is the opportunity for XENON to come in with a bit of a surprise. So XENON just going to sit back, relax. Let the angles open themselves up. Got our Reef still going to be holding nice and steady on that faster than edge. Ooh, but we move into Limbo. The world of battle now being blessed with quite a bit of a setup here. That is definitely going to be the position to contest. Now it's going to be Marshall and the rest of XENON looking to blaze their way on forward. RUKH going to be looking to defend the edge as we do say goodbye to Smash Team. Clear Vision adding on elimination number 6. Virtual Gaming. Greedy also yet to push through, but you can see Vito Pocus looking to dial up that heat. Oh, up comes the hits though. Revo! Or Fevo, rather. It's trying to dodge around the block. As they now move into Reno to get that red secured. I did see a comment earlier, someone saying that they are here to pick on Reno. I think that was RUKH. RUKH in a very vulnerable position here, especially once they have to start moving out. I mean, the blue zone is not going to allow them to hold this angle for much, much longer. Meanwhile, it's going to be Virtual Gaming Squad out in 7th place with 7 elims. Marshall feeling a little bit of that heat. Yeah, you're making me call Revo. But that's what happens when you put Fevo and Reno side by side. Then it becomes Revo Same as when you add Marshall and Carry Boy or Lazy Boy together, right? Then it becomes Marsh Boy. Or Carry Shell. Right, either of those. But let's see what XENON will have for us. As the blue zone is going to be forcing their hand. They have to make the push. Marshall. Oh, yep. Down they go. Oh, cheeky angle here by XENON. Playing from out of the window. Just parked up on the windowsill. Trying to find a bit of an angle. Greedy, though. They are going to be falling down in 6th place. Also 7 eliminations up. Now the predictions coming through there for Virtual and XENON. Carry Boy, gonna try and play a bit of suppression here. Trying to keep it out of the way so they can move in, but instead it's gonna be Fever to fight a beautiful nade. Senke coming through with a response. A nice bit of back and forth, but now it's gotta be push. Gonna be a big push coming through here from RUKH, trying to see if they can clutch it up against XENON. They do find Senke. Lazy Boy still holding on the edge. Blue zone forcing their hand. And now it's up to Reno. Oh, but they get the job done. That is going to be RUKH. Kicking XENON to the curb. Bruna, gotta watch out. Oh, great angles here by One Shot. One shot after the next, and that is going to be Krona down as AXA lends a bit of a helping hand. One Shot does manage to land that confirmation. So Falcons down to a solo. RUKH in a little bit of trouble, but not quite down to solo just yet. Clear Vision yet to find their way back in towards the zone. But the East is not going to be very kind, right? Not a lot of angles for them really to try and capitalize on. So still quite a few challenges lie up ahead. Vito going to be down towards that southern edge. A good bit of a pincer play coming through from Clear Vision here. Where he's sitting with 15 eliminations too. They name, I mean, One Shot, right? They've just been taking shots all over the place. Now it's going to be Arthur coming through here for the World of Battle. As Reno gets found by the blue. Fever are going to be dipping out as well. And, well, they're not going to survive. Yep, there we have it. RUKH, out they go. 4th place. Now it's going to be down to Clear Vision and the World of Battle to fight for the winner chicken dinner at hand. Oh, up they come. Muhammad sending it in. Focus super low on health. This could be the end of the match. But it's still going to rely on what One Shot can bring on through. Yep, now this is a turning point. The World of Battle coming through with a 3-piece up against the solo. But One Shot not going to back down just yet. The World of Battle is still far enough away for them to make quite a bit of a difference here. Arthur now starting to push up. Ooh, looking for a bit of elevation, a bit of an angle, a bit of a play. But One Shot going to be standing their ground. Oh, there we go. Well, you can't beat a full-on sin coming through. But a very well-deserved winner chicken dinner coming through there onto the World of Battle. So unfortunately, Ellen Clear didn't get it quite just yet. I mean, you did say between 14 and 16 eliminations, as we did see them locked in on 15. So at least you got 1 out of the 2 correct, right? But well played, though, to the World of Battle. 7 elims, 1433 with regards to the amount of damage they were able to bring in. Good performance. That is exactly the kind of player that we want to see for the World of Battle. That also now ups the ante, right? Ups their overall play that we've seen come through on Miramar. I mean, before this match, you know, they were playing Miramar. They've also had a decent amount of, you know, eliminations and placement points coming through, but not exactly quite as much as they have right now, right? This wouldn't win a chicken dinner, and of course the addition of those 7 eliminations really going to add in to the tally here for the World of Battle, now putting them on a total of 54 points that they've been able to acquire on Miramar, and of course 33 eliminations and 21 placement points. But meanwhile, let's take a look at the highlights. Well, it is about time now for us to take a look and see exactly how many points our teams were able to secure coming off the back of this last match, right? Kicking off day number 2's proceedings, rather, match number 1. As we know, once we step into game number 2, all our teams will have at least played their first match of the day. So Group E, they are getting ready and warmed up to hop straight into the battlefield. But in the meanwhile, we are going to be taking a look at the breakdown of our points here, right? We need to see the match points, we need to see our MVP plays, we need to see so many things. Let's start with MVPs. Well, it's going to be one shot coming through with the most damage as well as the most eliminations. Amjid, though, securing themselves 2 grenade finishes. Then, of course, Muhammad and Marshall coming through with the range plays, right? Marshall covering the most ground, and Muhammad hitting the shot from the furthest away, 380 meters. Now, the furthest range hit we've seen was 504. Now, if you know anything about render distance on PUBG Mobile, that is quite the impressive range to play at. So big congratulations indeed going out to them. But yeah, I mean, a healthy dose of points, right? 380 meters, that is still quite a bit of a range. So very, very impressive stuff indeed that we've been seeing so far. But that was only the first match of the day. So for the next one, we are going to be heading straight back into the jungle, right, to see how the teams are going to be looking to get even more aggressive. Now, speaking about aggression, here we go, right? 15 eliminations coming through for Clear Vision, putting them on a grand total of 21 points. Just ahead of the World of Battle, 4 more points. As you can see, that winner chicken dinner and 7 eliminations. Not catching up all the way to them, but a good, very, very good play going through indeed here. The World of Battle should have the most winner chicken dinners in PMPL. They're so clinical. Hey, all right. Well, that's what Menta says. If Menta says something like that, then you just go yes. Right, taking a look at the rest of the board, it is going to be Jack Digger plus 18, Mo Esports, and Castle Black taking a stop at the donut shop, getting nothing but bubbles for this first match. So an exciting ton of events here. But back to the topic of winner chicken dinners, right? We've got 4 teams now sat on 4 winner chicken dinners, right? RUKH Esports, FALCONS WHITE, Clear Vision, as well as the World of Battle. They just secured their 4th victory. So, yeah, I'm curious to see who's going to be the team to lock in those double-digit winner chicken dinners like we had in the previous season. Of course, I was speaking about comparisons, right? Let's compare Clear Vision with the Virtual Gaming Squad to see where they ended up. As you can see, 7 versus 15 eliminations, but there's quite a bit of a difference when it comes to looking at the amount of aggression. I mean, Virtual Gaming Squad taking a spot all the way down in, what, 7th, 8th place? 7th place, indeed, yes. Well, with 7 eliminations, only finding themselves 1,000 plus damage. Clear Vision, though, locking in so much more. But they've also been able to make it into that later stage of the zone, right? So that kind of explains why we are seeing more damage coming through from their end. But of course, Clear Vision being Clear Vision, right? They clearly had one goal in mind. Another team that had a goal in mind was going to be the side here of RUKH, as we did see them finishing all the way in 4th place for the game, coming through with their 5 eliminations. again, and Zuxi taking the charge here with regards to the Carnage. But it was going to be Zuxi that was able to evade the big majority of the damage, only taking 317. World of Bottle, no I didn't. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's definitely something, right? Maybe there's something bottled up. Maybe a little bit of anxiety. I'm not a professional, so I can't really answer that question when it comes to things happening up here. But what I can tell you is that we are going to be encroaching on match number 2, right? We are going to be getting ready for a little bit of that jungle action to see exactly what Group E are going to be bringing into day number 2, right? Are they going to be looking to crack the can wide open, kick it out the door? Are they going to look to shake a few tables? Maybe, you know, I don't know. Break a few heads here and there, who knows, right? Sanhok, a map that allows for a lot of these opportunities to come through, so super excited to see exactly what the teams are going to be bringing in. Now, 77k, they were one of the teams that could have potentially contested for those PMGC slots, but based on the play that we've been seeing from 77k so far, I don't quite know whether or not they are going to be able to contest it, right? Currently sat in 15th position in the league with 101 points to their name. If you compare that to RUKH Esports, the second other team, you know, up for the challenge, they are sitting on 242 points. So there's quite a bit of a difference, right? At least 41 point difference between those two. So I do think RUKH Esports definitely the strongest team, the biggest competitor to FALCONS White. So let's see how that is going to play out and who could be the one to take that PMGC slot. In the meanwhile, well, we wait to see exactly what the match is going to be bringing in. Black Hand also now going to be stepping up to show us what they can bring through. The same can be said there for Special, as well as the Vampires. Now, something I mentioned yesterday, right? It might have seemed funny, but I think it's a thing, right? I can't confirm it just yet, but I think it's a thing when it comes to the Vampires. Look at them play. Whenever they're in the shade, compare that to when they're playing when they're not in the shade. Right, now shade counts as the shade from the trees, being indoors, right, obviously, because shade. Just watch them. Just watch them. If you notice something, let me know, because I'm definitely noticing something, and I think it's quite interesting because I think it's quite fitting to their name. But any which way, we are prepping up for Sanhok now to see exactly what the teams are going to be bringing in. If you have any predictions with regards to Zone, let me know. Flight path's not going to be that important when it comes to this map. But we'll see indeed. DK is the best coach. Alright. Okay. DK is the best coach ever. Well, I mean, Javian and Judd. Yeah, alright. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from, but I'll take it, I guess. Right, in the meanwhile, drop your predictions. Let me know who do you think is going to be the team to clutch up, right? Who's going to be the one to walk away with that winner chicken dinner? Now, taking a look, historically speaking, with regards to Sanhok's, RUKH, FALCONS White, Special, and the Vampires. Those are our top 4 teams, right? Clear Vision sat in the top 5, but they've not yet had a winner chicken dinner. So let's see who's going to be the ones to step it up here as we head on down. And a beautiful cut through here. I mean, almost exactly straight through the middle here. Alright, so Moyes, you're referring to the break today, or are you referring to the break between this phase and the next phase? What's up, Strange? We got a little something strange in the neighborhood as we do see a bit of carnage already erupting on screen. +18 and Jack Digger. Well, we dig the action, we dig the aggression. Now let's see who's going to be the one to dig themselves a hole. Or we do have a little bit of something there in Paradise as well. Smash Greedy. Hey, look at that zone. Oof. Alright, so less than 50% of the zone is dry land. The rest, it's just water. That is going to be a pretty tough play. Alright, you mean the next day, so tomorrow, right? Moving into day 3. Tomorrow, that's 2 days away. Ooh. Okay. Plus 18 now, sitting with a plus 1. Found themselves a bit of a helim there. We also do see RUKH getting into a bit of a tussle there with XENON. XENON already down to 3. But now the main concern here is going to be Jack Digger and plus 18. But E-Flex are coming through with a bit of a reflex up on the roof here. Alright, so a lot of movement currently being held here by Jack. And plus, oh, but there we have it, E-Flex. Oh, not being quick enough on the reflexes. XENON are trying to defend, but they are getting rushed, and down they go. So Jack Digger dug the hole for them. And it is done. Alright, RUKH now having a very successful bit of pressure they applied onto XENON. I mean, they fully just responded, right? Fending off any plays coming through from XENON. So XENON now licking their wounds as they head back to the zone. Greedy, of course, just up ahead here, as we can see over towards Paradise. We did have the players there from Smash also holding up alongside them. It doesn't look like... yeah, anything is going to be coming in there. So Greedy with an interesting strat. Essentially, I think they've just been waiting for Hemo now to come through with a vehicle. Ooh, but Black Hand, I mean, they are smiling at this opportunity, as they've now taken control. We've moved into Camp Alpha. Starting to spread themselves out quite aggressively. As we do have the players there from XENON also now starting to rotate on through. But as we saw, XENON down to a 2-piece. So it's not going to be an easy play. Especially not on a map like this. Meanwhile, it's going to be RUKH also then coming through with a bit of rotation here. Alright, so Psych now. Ooh, holding on to a 1v4 push against 77k. I mean, that is a very bold play to make. But the rest of Falcons now about to join in. Looking to bring in those reinforcements. So essentially now it's down to Thor and Morteza to see if they can uphold a bit of that continuation here. So Damar saying that RUKH are going to be the team to qualify. That is the prediction. That is the call. Let's see whether or not that is going to be coming to fruition. Oh, alright. Alright, Teak. Stepping up with a little bit of a spray. As the rest of the Falcons now look to swoop on in. Potentially looking to bring it in here to 77k. Well, that is Falcons now just ensuring The 77k are not going to be catching up with them. Alright, so plus 18, 77k, the first two out. RUKH Esports now going to be sitting with one elimination up. Ooh. They also going to be heading up into Ruins. Now this is going to add quite a bit of spice, right? Especially to that southern edge of zone. XENON, they're going to be rushing forward on towards Mo. Ooh. But where's the aggression going to come in? Ooh, alright. There we have it. There we have it. It is going to be RUKH Esports now. Coming through with a bit of response. The World of Battle down to 2. XENON down to 2. Rami getting found out in the open. This is now going to be a little bit of a bloodfest, right? It is going to be Eugene getting met on the opposite end. Oh, the rush coming through onto Pusher. Pusher getting pushed, but instead they're going to try and find the play on Teak. And Teak with a squeaky clean play. Does lock it up, and that is RUKH Esports now out with one elimination. They're going to be chilling all the way out in the blue, sipping on some blue juice. Clear Vision also going to be coming through with a rotation. They are going to be trying to wrap around the island. For reasons I do not know. I have not seen a play like that in a very, very, very long time. So I'm not quite sure what the approach is coming through there from Clear Vision. I mean, as you can see, they still have all 4 players up. They are going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Falcons now, they're going to start to circle. Going to be looking for a bit of an angle here onto the World of Battle. Again, a lot of due diligence being done here. Falcons at least trying to ensure that they've got pretty good coverage as they now go for a bit more of a parkour approach here, right? Heading up onto the roofs. And Arthur Muhammad just patiently waiting. Oh, but Muhammad, one shot coming through from Psych. That is it. Down they go. So Arthur now getting ready for a bit of reach. Oh, it's going to be a throw-off between Arthur and Teak to see who's going to be the one to clutch up. Now Arthur going to get rushed. Could still try and secure a few of those headshots. But, well, they are going to be denied any of that eventuality as Falcons now sit with 11. 11 eliminations. And we're only in the second stage. About to hit stage number 3. Wow. So that means essentially like 3 of the teams that we've already said goodbye to has fallen due to the plays coming through from the Falcons themselves. That's going to be Hand looking to make their play over on towards the edge. Everyone now moving onto the coastline. Greedy, they did find Mazzaro. But what will the response from Keme and Koa be? Ooh, Hemo coming out with a nade. Getting quite a bit of a blow into the side of Keme. Koa though coming through with a strafe and down they go. Greedy looking to contest, but NASA just being met with absolute aggression here from Storm. DBS's all the way till next Tuesday. Wow. So that is Greedy. Now getting robbed of a few opportunities there. Clear Vision, they do say goodbye to Vito as Vito falls to the drink. Down they go. Yeah, you can either call it CQC or CQB, right? Close quarter combat, and close quarter battle. Either or does explain exactly the same thing. Ooh. Hang on. Hainsley out actually reaching in. With a bit of a nade on that one. You say goodbye to Jack Digger as Ra'ad moves in behind them. But they are in a race with the blue zone. The blue zone, as we know, has a very high probability of beating them in a race down back to the zone. Falcons and Wave not going at each other. Having a bit of an exchange. Oh, Axel running straight into that DBS. Down goes Psych. Not quite sure what the players here from Teak, but they are going to be cooking up that nade for quite some time. Wave now just coming with the aggression out of nowhere. They do end their streak here from Falcons White. 11 eliminations though. A very healthy showing right here on Sanhok. Senke also now just starting to fall back. Retreating back into safety. As you got Special and Wave now getting ready for a bit of an exchange here. Alright, so let's see what the zone is going to be bringing. Now, the zone coming a little bit more to its senses. Not going to be as heavily reliant on the water edge. You can see Black Hand and Clear Vision. Also in a bit of a position there, Van Kid. Only now making it more securely towards that zone. As the zone pulls back, Black Hand, I mean, they started over in Camp Alpha. They went a little bit to the west, and now they got to rotate right on back. Ooh! There we go. Well, we'll take it, right? That is what Petrox said when they found a bit of Special. That's going to be up to G-Brute to secure that rotation. Van Kid sneaking in on Mazzaro. Hey, hey, hey. Not getting the confirmation just yet, but it is going to be Rex, though, to open it up towards Senke. That explosion could definitely upset quite a few things here. But fortunately, Senke knows bats. A Clear Vision. They are going to be going down in 9th place. A very, very costly play coming through from Clear Vision. I mean, they essentially rotated from the western side, or the eastern side, all the way around. All the way to this far west edge. So they didn't even touch dry land, right? They just used the water to wrap all the way in. I'm not quite sure what the plan on that was, but as we can see, they went out in 9th place with not a single elimination to their name. They did get a knock, but not much more than that. But yes, I mean, we've not yet seen much come through from the vampires, right? Only one elimination, they are down to a 2-piece. But as I said before, pay attention to when they're in the shade. Look at how they play versus when they're standing outside in the sun. Alright, Wave now going to come flying on through. Ooh, ooh, the response is there though. Rex will fall. Gaddafi and the rest of the crew now having to try and find a bit of a response, but up comes the hits. DBS's. Wow, thank you. Oh, Koa closes it up. Alright, here we are. We got Kalua and Ninja Boy. Right, let's see whether or not They are going to do what I might expect them to do. Oh! Alright. Okay, I mean, so my analysis only applies when they're actually doing something. I'm not playing like this right now. Kulua, though, trying to play a bit of reach. And Damar, I don't really quite know. I don't quite know, but we'll find out in the meanwhile, right? Oh, see? Shade. Shade. Ah. A little bit of sunlight came in there as well. But good try coming through from the Vampires. 7th place with 1 elimination up. Nice scenic stroll as we come through, approaching our teams. Mo Esports, they are still alive. Holding on to their 1 elimination. RUKH, though, sitting on 8. Black Hand sitting on 8. Smash and XENON sitting on bubbles. Or, like Mike has been saying, the boiled egg. Put me in, coach! Alright, let's see how this one is going to unfold, though. I mean, Black Hand down to 2-piece. They've been doing quite a bit of work already with 8 eliminations up. Jahad, you messaging admin. You are hearing admin speak right now. Hi, this is the admin. Alright, so Black Hand with a very, very quiet play here. Rad. Ooh. Ooh, finding even more. They are now up to 11 eliminations. So RUKH out of here farming like it's no one's business. XENON, at least they've been able to secure their first elim. But are they going to be able to follow through, right? Are they going to be able to close it up? Lazy Boy. Senke and Carry Boy. Now following through with a very similar play as to what we saw come through from Black Hand. Yeah, Crowns, I think it's accurate to say that that might be true. The fact that you mentioned about Jahad. Oh. Alright, so RUKH now blessed within that zone. I'm expecting to see Black Hand and XENON really fight it out. Titui. Tio. That is a good question. That is just the way it's always been. That is just the way the cookie crumbles. In the meanwhile, let's see what RUKH is going to bring through. Are they going to be able to claim that winner chicken dinner? Yes, you got to share the stream. That way we can get more people in. And here we go, getting ready for the rush now. Zuxi trying to lock it down. We do say goodbye to Black Hand, out to go with 8 eliminations. XENON now getting caught out in the open. Gary Boy getting met with quite a bit of utility, quite a bit of carnage. Coming through here from the side of RUKH. Let's see if Gary Boy is going to be able to duck, dive, and weave their way through. RUKH now already sitting on 14 eliminations. Oh, effortless play from Zuxi. A quick little bit of a jump shot, and that was it. Now it's down to Smash. RUKH, they have the opportunity here to clutch up. Already with 15 eliminations steady. Right, Smash only sitting with 1. I don't quite see Smash getting themselves out of the situation here. Zuxi, though, going to be leading with 7 eliminations. Essentially holding on to half. Oh, Zuxi in it to win it. Are they going to get it? Are they going to get it? Oh, yes, indeed. It is going to be RUKH walking away with 17 eliminations. Let's take a look and see exactly how much damage they were able to secure. But a very strong performance. Let's see, 2094 coming through there for them. So very, very tough play. I mean, RUKH, right, stepping up here today like they mean business. They were pretty determined to secure themselves a very, very glorious run indeed. And I gotta say, they stepped up considerably. I mean, coming through with 17 eliminations. That is quite the punch to pack. What a performance indeed coming through then from RUKH. But, well, let's take a look at the highlights. Well, very, very exciting bit of action indeed coming through there from the side of RUKH. I mean, they are sitting now with the most eliminations for the day and the phase, right? 22 for the day. And of course, well, 60 eliminations. I mean, the closest that we have to that is 34 coming through from another team. But we are going to be taking a look at those scores very, very soon to see exactly where these teams are, how many points they were able to secure. Doing the math for RUKH, that is going to be very easy, right? 17 plus 10. It's easy to figure out. But in the meanwhile, let's take a look at our top performers here coming through. Of course, Zuxi and Zuxi coming in with those eliminations, as well as one of them being a nade and then hitting a 417-meter hit. Psych going through with a 902 damage. And then, of course, Gary Boy traveling nearly 10 kilometers in this last match. Now, that is quite a bit of traveling being done there by them. Not quite sure how they exactly pulled that off because, I mean, Sanhok is only so big, right? You can only move that far until you start running out of space. But, you know, of course, XENON tried their utmost to get themselves secured moving into these positions to see where exactly they can find all those additional few points. But for XENON, well, sadly, they only got one elimination, right? That's it. One elimination, nothing more. So it's been a very, very odd one coming through there from the side of XENON. Not quite sure what the approach is. Maybe they are going to be looking to step it up at some later point. But if you look back at what we've seen in the previous season when it comes to map or Sanhok, yeah, I'm not really all too surprised, right? Because they played very similarly on that as well. So yeah, but a great play indeed coming through there from RUKH. It ups their overall points, puts them right at the top of Sanhok, coming through with 55 points that they've earned on this map. 39 eliminations out of the current 60 plus they are holding on to. So that is quite the intense play to see. But in the meanwhile, let's take a look at these points. It is going to be RUKH then sitting on a lovely 27 points. 13 going to Black Hand, and Falcons swooping in with 11. But not managing to get any of those additional points coming through from placement. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, Falcons White went out all the way in 10th place. So a very impressive play. Imagine if they were able to make it up into placement point territory, right? They would have had even more. They could potentially even have overtaken the side there of Blackhand, at least with regards to points for this match. And meanwhile, only one team is going to be walking away empty-handed. It is going to be the side there of Clear Vision, taking a stop over at our donut shop. And we are open for business, right? We've seen a few plays now come through. But another interesting thing that we also saw happening in this past match was the fact that the Blue Zone only claimed one player. Sanhok only claiming one player. That's it, right? Only one, right? The rest of the teams beating the Blue Zone to the punch. And of course, well, the player that got taken down by the Blue was in fact Vito. So that is a bit unfortunate. But in the meanwhile, let's take a look at the stats here from RUKH. Looking at their overall performances from that first phase up into this phase. They are sitting with a very consistent play indeed. Averaging about 11 eliminations. 16-16. Wowzers. Talking about aggression. Then, of course, comparing that to what they've had in the previous phase. We've got 885 and 4.8. The much lower survivability coming through there on their end as well. But as we know, right, our next match up is going to be heading straight back into the desert. So I want to see how this RUKH is going to perform over on Miramar. Are they going to have the same kind of opportunity to step through and maybe bring in a bit of that upset? Of course, well, we don't know quite yet. We have to make it there. We have to get there to see exactly what our teams are going to be bringing in and what their intentions are. Of course, moving into this match, we know Group C are going to be sitting it out. But let's take a look here at Falcons White, held up in Group A. I mean, so far for this phase, they are having a bit of a tough run. Right now, sat all the way down in, I believe, about 7th place. For the day, though, they are the second most aggressive team, going through on 22 points, trailing behind the 36 points of RUKH. But Psych, Teak, Axa, Puncher, they've been doing quite a bit of work, and this is how they got all them eliminations, right? 17. Why is that on 17? They didn't get 17 eliminations. They got 11. All right. We'll take it. I'm not quite sure what exactly we were looking at on that one, but that was definitely not the performance that we've seen rather just now over on Sanhok. I mean, looking at the play that was happening over on Miramar, also, yeah, they got 6 eliminations. So I'm not quite sure where that 17 came from. But in the meanwhile, we are going to be prepping ourselves now to head right back into the desert to see what our team's going to bring in. Of course, App Golden, Castle Black, as well as Super Power, rather, and a Virtual Gaming Squad are going to be joining us back on the battlefield. Clear Vision, Jack Digger, PLUSEIGHTEEN, and XENON are going to be sitting this one out. So excited to see who's going to be the one to clutch it up. Clear Vision, of course, they got themselves that winner chicken dinner in the first match. They are not going to be playing match number 3, so we have a bit of an opportunity for a new contender to step up and claim themselves that victory. So, yeah, drop your predictions in the chat. Let me know who do you think is going to be taking it. Of course, let me know where you think the flight path and zone is going to be going as well. Now, with regards to the performances on Miramar, Falcons White, they have a very high success rate for winner chicken dinners. Currently sat on about 29% accuracy, right? That is the average that they are sitting with. Now, speaking about averages, right? It's about that time as well now for us to get ready to see exactly what the lobby is going to bring, where that flight path is going to be going. and what these teams will have in store for us. Of course, the zone is going to be starting all the way up in Tierra Blanca, heading down to Minas del Sur. What happens in Sanhok stays in Sanhok. Let's go hand. Alright, Moy is coming through with Falcons all the way. Well, they are the strongest team with regards to total points, right? And 4 winner chicken dinners. Virtual Gaming Squad actually the most aggressive team currently. Sat on 85 eliminations. So that's quite exciting. Alright, now let's see where our teams are going to be looking to drop down. Castle Black going straight into Torre Ahmada. RUKH, they are going to be dropping down in Cruz del Valle. El Azahar is going to be occupied by Greedy. Eugene, though, going to be looking a little bit further down south. Let's see where that zone is going to reveal itself. Ooh, okay. Alright. Well, we'll take it. It's going to be over on towards the western edge. Essentially placing Junkyard and the surrounding area within that center zone. Zone going to the west side. Unfortunately, Damar. It's gone all the way to the east. But it is what it is, right? Let's see now how the teams are going to be looking to rotate up. Virtual Gaming Squad held up in Chumacera. The Falcons down in Minas del Valle, Valle del Mar. RUKH going for the usual spot up towards Monte Nuevo. 77k though, starting out with a little bit of a wider spread. So the World of Battle also positioned back into Picado. Wave again going for a little bit more of a slightly eastern positioning here. Oh, Minas Generales. Agresiones. Ándale. Cindy with the shoutouts there for RUKH and RUKH. Ooh, Mike with a Mo and hand. Alright. We'll take it. We'll take it. All the predictions coming through. Let's see who's going to be the one to clutch it up here. Between Wave and Arab Golden. If you remember Arab Golden, they had a bit of a tough play. All the way back in the first match of the day, coming through with only 2 eliminations. So let's see if Arab Golden are going to be looking to get a little bit more aggressive. So it's going to be Wave starting off with a few nades. Trying to peer over the ridge. Ooh, we gotta watch out. Yep, those hills are quite slidey. Right? A little bit slick. Try to run up the edge, and the next thing you see, you're all the way at the bottom. Down goes Simon. So Wave now holding on to a very comfortable position here. They can definitely look to leverage as much of the opposition down onto the side here of Arab Golden. Oh, Zizal coming through with a big OP play. And essentially it's Arab Golden down to 1. Mason. Gonna be looking for a bit of an angle. Azem also going to be riding the edge, but they are just here alongside Petrox. Oh, and Petrox not going to be settling for anything else. Now Mason having all the pressure riding on their shoulders. No, Mike. You're actually supporting both teams. Because technically they're not in the same place, right? Mo in La Cobreria, hand in water treatment. Alright, let's see if Mason can crack it out. Patiently waiting to see what angles Zazal is going to be going for here, but also they're waiting for the rest of Wave to come through. Oh, no! Arab Golden, out they go! It's a great start though, coming through here for Wave. Sitting with all 4 eliminations securely locked in under their belt. RUKH now going for a little bit more of a dumpster diving approach here, trying to get themselves patched up while the players here from Superpower come swooping on in. Who's going to survive this? Will Wave make it out of here, or will we see Superpower contest and play the upset? Oh, Gaddafi! Gaddafi! Here we go. Oh, wow. Very aggressive response coming through from both ends. Both Wave and Superpower getting a very aggressive play on each other. Now it's going to be an in-hole trying to get the res up in Berlin. Alphalogy going for a res as well. Zizal, though, not there really to back it up. Need that frontline aggression to come through as we load the action. Please wait. Loading. Please wait. We'll get into it right now. There we have it. The nade pops. Unab taking a bit of damage. Wave now getting pushed further down the hillside. A Superpower. Oh! They will lose Alphalogy. Ninho. Berlin. Come on, who's gonna get it? Wave now starting to take quite a few hits here. No, there's no such thing as lag here. We are just loading the action. Oh! Alright, Apology down again. Ninho trying to run away. Berlin gets found. Now it's down to Unab and Ninho to try and see if they can pick it up. Great bounce back coming through from Wave. But again, looking at those health bars, they aren't looking all too healthy. Petrox super low. Zizal also not in the best position. Let's see if Wave's determination is going to pay off. Are they going to be able to bounce back? I mean, they've been able to patch themselves up, so that could be a good sign. But they've now spent so much time out here on the edge. You can see the rest of the team's now going to start rotating up as the zone is shifted all the way to that far eastern side. Nearly placing El Azahar within center zone. Falcons still out there sipping on some blue juice alongside Raad as we hop on over to see exactly how these rotations are going to come through. Greedy, though. They're going to be taking the plunge for center zone, so this could be a phenomenal setup if they're able to find a good, decent position. Smash rotating up just to their south as well, and south of that is when we find Special Esports. So a lot of contention now coming through into these zones. Psych. The only player that can take Psych down is Psych themselves. Right, and they just hurtle themselves out of a vehicle. Right, that's how it's done. In the meanwhile, the World of Battle sneaking in on the southern edge. And exactly as Ellen said, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath, right? A bit of a hornet's nest Now starting to develop here. Ooh, but who's gonna meet the Hornet head first? Well, it seems like the World of Battle has received a little bit of love. Virtual Gaming Squad, Fares, Yafoz. Gonna be looking to play the front line angle. Mo out towards the northern edge. 77k Falcons, Ra'ad. Superpower and Wave still trying to find their way on through. Ooh, alright, Virtual. This could be the angle. The World of Battle now getting ready for a bit of a jump. Again, all these ridge lines could work out quite favorably for them. But Fares, known to be quite a bit of a trouble to face off against. Oh, yep, and that's exactly what comes through. Fares locks in on target as Muhammad goes down. Now it's going to be up to Krona, and ooh, Krona and Go to try and defend. But most of the time, Virtual Gaming Squad just come on through, just obliterating the opposition. At least in this push they did, so well played to them. But now comes the troubling part. They need to get their butts back in zone. Remember, Strange, if you're offensive, you go to the naughty corner. Like Wave and Special, if they spend too much time out in the blue, they are going to be going straight to the graveyard. And meanwhile, Falcons now about to catch up. They are going to be coming flying on through. Smash! Also experiencing a little bit of difficulty there. Right, so Circle now just about 20 seconds or so away from closing on in. Thor getting ready for a bit of a rush here onto the side of Smash. The shots are there. Oh, there we go. Oh, but not exactly out of the woods either, right? As Thor gets closed up, it is going to be the end of the road. Smash looking to find a little bit of a response here. Arif, Ilias, and Blackloss now going to be looking to cover. They play onto the edge. It's going to be a very contentious position to try and hold, seeing that we've got so many teams in the vicinity. We got Special. We've got the players there from Greedy. Oh. Virtual Gaming Squad as well. All just lined up ahead of them, but a good spray coming through on towards Toxin. As we know, Toxin, especially for GREEDYFORKILLS, is going to be quite a bit of a menace. And this is where the heat gets dialed up to 6, right? Just inching our way further and further through the zones. Oh, Virtual now trying to show up a little bit more aggressively as the Vampires comes rushing in. Could this be the play though for the Vampires? They've only found themselves one elimination. They are going to be looking to find a few more. Ooh. Hazard in trouble. Oh, nicely done. Yafozo. Fares does get the self-nade up into their own teammates. Oh, but that goes the play now. It's going to be Rad just trying to ride all over the place. Hand trying to play a bit of third-party upset. But Rad, they've already built up so much momentum. Virtual Gaming Squad also now going to be sitting on 7 eliminations. Let's see how we're going to be able to bounce back from the onslaught here. Rad finding a little bit of a vulnerability. Picking and prodding onto the edges. Greedy also just held over towards that northeastern side. So this does put Virtual Gaming Squad in quite difficult position. Oh, that nade could be on the money. Fun is now going to be jumping at the opportunity to maybe try and make Dalhop go pop. But the nade not exactly finding its point. Fortunate for Virtual Gaming Squad, but That is not going to deter the side here of Ra'ad as they will continue to try and push on through. Meanwhile, we just say goodbye to Superpower. Mo Esports finding a bit of a play there onto Castle Black. We got a bit of support there for XENON as well coming through. Virtual Gaming Squad, Ra'ad. Both teams trying to see how they can get their way and make it up into that zone. Vare is now going to be inching their way around the edge. Ooh. Bit of a slight missed opportunity. Well, maybe there might still be one if Fivo now ventures up. Oh no, instead they are going to be playing for the vehicle. Vare is now trying to fly on through. Will they get the spray? Finding again! Oh, it's risky. Up comes the rest of the run. Oh, Fares. Beautiful spray. It's easy. Virtual Gaming Squad, they don't have 7 eliminations. They've got 8 now. So Reno. Oof. The Reno and rest of Ra'ad now being put on slight bit of a back foot. There we go. There we go. I'm G'd now trying to play the edge. Oh, finds the angle. Come on. Follow through is there. Wave meanwhile. We get sent out. The 5 eliminations up. Virtual Gaming Squad now going to be looking to jump in and down goes Ra'ad. 2 eliminations. Virtual now up to 10, hitting double digits. Black Hand, in the meanwhile, they're going to be locked in over on towards the western side of zone. They too will have to face a bit of an uphill battle should the zone move further on towards that eastern side. Smash now going to be losing a player down south as well. As you can see, it's down to Ilias. Morteza and the rest of 77k starting to rotate up. Virtual Gaming Squad making quite the statement. But that zone shift. Ooh, alright. Okay, it's going to take us just a little bit closer inwards. Not a super aggressive push coming through, but that looks quite promising now, especially for a team like Castle Black. But it does, however, make things quite challenging towards the southern edge, right? Virtual, Greedy, Hand. Oh, it's going to be a very, very tough side to handle there. Was now looking over towards the opposite end. It is going to be RUKH, as well as Special, and then, of course, 77k. Ilian still just waiting in the wing. The far eastern side is going to be Mo Esports and Falcons. Right, so 77k, trying to make up for a bit of lost time. Only 3 eliminations up, down to Morteza. So that is going to be quite the challenge now for Morteza to play through here. Oh, Esports now making it up into the top 10. Only a 3-piece. They've not yet found any eliminations, but now Broly, ooh! Well, having to pay the price for being in such an exposed position. Paradox now getting hit there. Not the safest rotation going through here from Mo. I mean, they are well within reach of Falcons White. But Falcons look to turn their attention down to that southern edge. They got RUKH Esports just ahead of them. So let's see what Morteza is going to do here for 77k. Things are now starting to quiet down a little bit more. Again, the team's waiting in anticipation to see what this next zone shift is going to be bringing in. I mean, essentially, it could swing in either which direction. RUKH Esports also now going to be keeping it nice and quiet as they are set down towards that southeastern side. But how will this one play out? Quite a bit of contention. As you can see here, right? Falcons smash 77k special. Let's see what the zone will bring. It's about to pop. Where's it going to take us? Ooh, alright. Back into limbo we go. Alright, so it is going to be Castle Black. Now currently being the only team fully positioned within the zone. Let's see what they can make happen with that position. Right, are they going to be able to find it? Moving a little bit further down towards that southern side. As we got SAFG now just regrouping. Oh, Falcons though getting active. Firing away at the side of RUKH Esports. Mo going to be hanging in the wing. Oh! Axa though. Looking to get the confirmation in on Puncher. Pusher. Rami off in the distance. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty tough run. And we still have 10 teams left. To try and secure themselves that winner chicken dinner. Now comes the spray. Mo Esports not going to be backing down. Elisio trying to secure a little bit of something there on the edge. Paradox, though, got to watch out. Oh, they're going to be looking to run. They're going to be looking to run. Oh, unfortunately, Elisio can only run so far. Easy. Paradox up on the ridge line. Buncher King now going to be looking to put up quite a bit of a fight. Looking to see if there'll be any eliminations available. Yeah, Foz now rotating up. Oh, Mostar down as well. Now they're down to Fares and Amjid. Morteza still going to be looking for that fourth elimination. Be a great opportunity here for Ramsey as well. Oh, there we go. One down. Oh, did they find the second as well? No, not quite just yet, but the blue zone is going to be forcing their hand. Yeah, Four's now going to try and secure the res. Mo Esports going down in 10th place. Look at that MG3 spray coming in. Morteza with a DBS through the window. Smash also going to be falling then as they got in 9th place. Oh, that is Morteza down and out. Virtually down to almost no HP. Up comes the play. Ramsey. Securing the end. That is now special up to 5 eliminations. Virtual out with 14. Wow. Black Hand also making very swift work there of NASA. Hemo. Oh, gotta watch out. Keme is down. Let's see if Hemo... No, Hemo won't. Hemo won't do anything anymore. As that is the end for Greedy. 6th place and a bit of an empty slot though. Let's see who's going to be the next one to take that winner chicken dinner. Falcons coming through with 7 eliminations, but only a 3-piece, but they have determination, the tenacity to fight their way through. See whether or not AXA is going to find that nade. Also Black staying very, very mobile, making it quite challenging to hit them, but that also means that they can run straight into the nades. They're going to watch out, well, because Black Hand also moving in. And once they spot a bit of an opportunity, they too are going to come swooping on in. Ramsey now getting ready to maybe tank a little bit of that blue zone damage, as they are the last remaining hopeful now for the side of Special Esports. Special, though, sitting on 5 eliminations. So not a bad run. Falcons, though, they need no introduction at this point. Miramar, it's their turf. Right, they know exactly what the objective is. Ooh, they do say goodbye to RUKH Esports, though. 3 eliminations out in 5th place. It's actually Ramsey managing to survive them. Goa coming through with that MG3. This could be quite a bit of a problem now. So we've got 2 squads left on 4. That's Black Hand and Castle Black. Falcons still looking to find a little bit of success here. I mean, they've already found a plethora of winner chicken dinners on this map, right? So they don't necessarily need too much of a confidence boost when it comes to playing here. I mean, you can say the same about Black Hand as well, right? Coming in here with 2 winner chicken dinners, a decent helping of points. Let's see. Will we have Black Hand locking in chicken dinner number 3? Alright, so all the teams now just riding the edge of this little hilltop. It is going to be a literal fight for the top of the hill, because I think that is where the zone is going to be closing up, as we are just a few mere moments away from having the next stage be revealed. Of course, well, as we know, these are going to be opportunity for any additional shifts to come through. It's just going to be blue, blue, and then some more blue on top of that. Ramsey taking a super chill, hanging in the wing. Oh, great nades. This is Joker finding the angle on towards Koa. This be Castle Black now, looking to send them off. Oh, the rush going to come in. Koa is down. Now it's up to Storm, Keme, and Mozaro. But still a full force coming through here from Castle Black. Oh, you got to watch out for them DBSs. Oh, wow. Castle Black taking care of business. Sending hand right back from whence they came. Now it's going to be the Falcons looking to swoop on in. There we go, Puncher King now just springing into action, finding 1. 2 more to go. It's now going to be SAFG and Joker left to defend on the edge. Teak starting with a 5-minute reload. Ramsey, though, getting found, and down they go. Now it is Castle Black and Falcons to fight for that winner chicken dinner. Falcons now already up onto double-digit elims. A little bit of that grows out spray coming through. Oh, yeah, but unfortunately, it's gone spray in 2 directions as we do find the final play. That is going to be it. Falcons White stepping up to claim themselves the prize. Claiming themselves that winner chicken dinner. very, very good showing from their end. Of course, finishing their play here on 12 eliminations and 22-28. A very confident Falcon play indeed. Just look how happy they look. Very, very happy to over in the Falcon camp there. I mean, of course, well, you can't say no to that. That is their fourth winner chicken dinner coming through on Miramar. So great bit of consistency coming through on their end. Just gotta love all the action that they've been bringing to the battlefield here. But of course, well, as we know, we are going to be hopping into those highlights very, very soon to just relive a few of these amazing moments. But you got to give it up to Castle Black. I mean, they were holding their ground for the longest time, just being pretty persistent, right? Not backing out of the engagement, not backing out of the fight. And, well, the shots actually worked out in their favor. They were able still to find themselves 6 eliminations, even though they got taken out all the way in second place. But Virtual Gaming Squad, they just lit this lobby up like it's no one's business, as we saw them ending their play on 14 eliminations. Let's take a look at the highlights. Bam! There we go, indeed. I mean, so Falcons White stepping up with a glorious 22 pointers coming through there. That does put them on 44 points after their first 3 matches, of course. Well, the next match is going to be their last match of the day, right? Match number 4, Group A, that's going to be the end. So that is Falcons, Moraad, and the World of Battle. So once we head into Erangel, that is going to be where we draw the line, at least for them. So we've been seeing a bit of a dominating day coming through between Falcons White and the side there of Raad. So let's see who's going to be the one to claim that prize. At least, well, as we can say, with regards to aggression here, Falcons and a Virtual Gaming Squad locking it down 22-28 and 21-24. A very, very aggressive play coming through from either end. As you can see then, Wave, Hand, and 77k all just hitting only 14k with regards to that damage. But Hand and Wave still at least managing to get themselves a handful as they wave goodbye. Right, 5 elims either end. So a very, very exciting one indeed. You've got to love all the aggression being shown here. But now we got to take a look and see exactly what that MVP slot thing looks like. Well, it doesn't seem like we are going to be looking at it. Instead, we are going to be taking a look at the match results. It's going to be 22 points then for Falcons, 15 going to the side there of Virtual, seeing that they were still able to claim themselves a bit of placement points, right? And that is always so, so important to come through, with Virtual finishing all the way down in 7th place. That 1 placement point goes a long, long way, taking them up to a grand tally that they've got. Castle Black, though, coming through with a consistent 12. And Special also locking in on a very consistent 10 points. So great performance coming through from both Castle Black and Special. Black Hand, though, 5 elims up. But as we take a look, it is going to be Mo, the World of Battle, and Arab Golden getting sent back to the donut shop. They're not going to be locking in any points. The Vampires and Smash also smashing it out with 1 point on either end. So at least, you know, points are points at the end of the day. And while it might not be the most insane amount of points that they've had, I mean, it's still points, right? So points go a long way. But yeah, speaking about points, Falcons White doing great work here. Same as I said for Raad as well. And then we've got a little bit of a drop-off, right? Virtual Gaming Squad coming in with 15 points less than what Raad has been able to secure so far. But this last match has pushed them up 7 slots into 3rd place for the day, right? You're not going to see this on the leaderboards, though. But Virtual Gaming Squad now sitting on a grand total of 23 points. So, you know, the additional 15 that they added to those 8 does go even further with regards to their points. But of course, we got to take a look and potentially see what the FaZe point situation is, as we've had a few moves happening there. RUKH, of course, coming into the day, sitting exactly where they were at the top. They are still holding on to that position, but of course, we'll see the points being updated as we make our way through the match. Let's jump into a quick comparison here between Black Hand and Falcons White, looking at how they've been dealing with their business here. So Black Hand securing themselves 5 eliminations in this past match. Falcons White coming through on 12. And as you can see, also a lot more of aggression being shown here by Falcons, right? 22-28 versus the 14-73. So Falcons really kicking the action into gear, as they've decided, you know what? Having a bit of an off day, yeah, it happens sometimes, but, I mean, let's leave it on day 1. Day 2, we got to step up much, much more aggressively. And I think we could see that continuation carrying through into the next match, right? As I mentioned already, this is going to be their last play. But another dominating play that we've also been seeing was coming through here from the side of Virtual Gaming Squad, right? Fares picking up 874 total damage, receiving only 338, but still managing to acquire themselves 7 total eliminations. Most are, well, mostly looking to just play support here, coming through with A3 eliminations alongside Yafors and Amjid. But a good play, though. Virtual Gaming Squad also really just playing a very, very strong game so far. So I'd love to see what their continued approach is going to be moving through this phase. I mean, looking at the overall points that they've got, they are now essentially tied with Black Hand. Both teams sitting on 48 points. Both of them have a winner chicken dinner under their belt. So, yeah, I'm wanting to see who's going to be the one looking to settle the difference. Who's going to be the one to climb up and secure the higher position? Of course, it's going to come down to what the teams will be coming into our next match. And, of course, then match number 5. So, moving into match 4, aside from it being the end of the day for Group A, Group B, they are going to be also then having a bit of a break, right? So that is Greedy, RUKH, Esports, as well as Smash and Wave. So they're going to be sitting it out and only be returning back once we hit right back into Miramar yet again. But yeah, with regards to that then, right, it's going to be go time. So as we know, we're going to be taking a look at our potential performance coming through when it comes on to Erangel. So RUKH Esports being one of those strongest teams, but unfortunately, as I already mentioned, they're not going to be playing this match. So this now opens up the opportunity for the World of Battle to try and see if they can secure their 4th winner chicken dinner when it comes to the lovely map. Of course, Clear Vision also a very dominating force there. 2 winner chicken dinners coming through on 80 total points. But if you add the World of Battle and, of course, Clear Vision's performances together, it almost kind of gets to where exactly RUKH Esports is, right? RUKH Esports sitting on 147 points. That is insane. The closest that we have to that is the World of Battle sitting on 89 points. So a considerable gap. But let's see whether or not they are going to be looking to close up those gaps. Of course, a lot of potential threats could come through with regards to where these zones are going to be going, right? We've seen some pretty insane plays going down south. We've seen the zone essentially kind of drifting all over the place. So I'm curious to see what this zone for the only Erangel of the day is going to be bringing in. If you've got any thoughts on that, be sure to let me know in the chat. Of course, you could also tell me what you think the flight path is going to be doing. Now, more importantly, who do you think is going to be the one to clutch it out? Who do you think is going to be a team to take that winner chicken dinner? Statistically speaking, it's essentially between the World of Battle and then, of course, the players from Clear Vision to bring in that dominating play. But will they have that luxury? Will they have that opportunity to get those chickens? Well, there's only going to be one way for us to find out, right? We have to step into the match to see not only what the flight path and zone is going to be bringing in, but of course, well, how these teams are going to be looking to cope with whatever the zone chooses to throw at them. So we'll be heading into that very, very soon. But yeah, be sure to drop your predictions. Falcons at 2nd or 3rd, all right? All right, and then Hashir goes into some analysis there, which I can't exactly understand. So sure, I guess that works. I mean, as long as someone knows what you're saying, I guess that helps. In the meanwhile, we are going to be prepping up for the match. So yeah, be sure to get those predictions in. We can see that Ellen said, I think Clear will step up again this match. Top 5 with at least 9 elims. Hey. Speaking about hey. Let's see if the zone is going to go to the Yasnaya Fields. In the meanwhile, we are going to be starting off over on that eastern side, heading all the way over to the west, crossing over Gadka. The team's having decent access to majority of the map here. Still is going to be RUKH dominating with regards to the most eliminations. That runaway play they brought in just yesterday. This is the special esports match. Hey. Alright, let's see if the selfish gene is going to be on the money. RUKH again taking the most damage. Or rather dealing the most damage. Yeah, no surprise to see RUKH holding on to such a dominating representation with regards to our top player slots. I mean, they just popped off immensely so yesterday. I mean, they were really going at it with the knocks as well, right? Zuxian again. Default coming through on 17. Yeah, it's amazing to see for them. I mean, even Zuxi with the longest hit for this phase. The longest one that we saw in the previous phase was 504. Now, speaking about 504, look at that zone. It's going to be Falcons now, smack dab center. Yeah, so Greedy, RUKH Esports, Smash, and Wave are going to be sitting this one out. Right there, you can see it as well. So, quite a bit of a jump, right? Going from first to second. That is quite a bit of a barrier being created there. I mean, it's only 34 points. So, will Falcons White be able to secure 34 points in their last match of the day? Or will RUKH be holding on? Because they are also going to be defending, right? So, essentially, this is going to be a race between the Falcons and RUKH to see who's going to be the one to sit at the top of the board come end of day. Virtual Gaming Squad, though, finding their first elimination at the expense of Jack Digger. Yeah, I mean, for today, RUKH are sitting on 38 points, right? So it's not like they've had just an amazing day yesterday. They've been looking to continue with that consistency as best they possibly can. I mean, yesterday they closed off their play on, what was that, 31 points? Today they're already sitting on 38, so they've already been able to secure 7 more points in just 3 matches. In comparison to the 4 that they played yesterday. Alright, so we've got some predictions for midi zone. We've got some predictions coming through that the Falcons are going to be taking this one. Even Jack Digger are going to be going out early. Okay. If it's midi zone, it will be bad. Bad for who? Bad for who, Mike? Alright, so now special, they're going to be holding up here into a hospital. Or the one half, while the other half is going to be making their way through South George. That is also where we find the side of XENON. And then RUKH, they're going to be situated towards the north, up in North George. So not a lot of distance currently held between these 3 teams. At least not with regards to their position on the map, right? With regards to points, RUKH, yeah, they've created quite a bit of a barrier. Now it's going to be Vito to get the ball rolling as they do find the first bit into the side of the Falcons. Psych are coming through with a bit of a response, a bit of retaliation. Oh, yes, Mike. I mean, based on the southeastern zone currently being situated, only if a team is reluctant to rotate up, then yes, they're gonna have a pretty tough time. As tough as time as AXA is experiencing right there, as they will get axed and X'd And marked off, and off they go. Clear vision with their first elimination. Let's see what the response here from the Falcons are going to be. As we know, they need to chase 34 points, so they need 24 eliminations and a winner-winner chicken dinner if they want to claim the top of the leaderboard for today. Alright, XENON also now just trickling up. SNK runabout in the middle, right? You've got Gary Boy and Marshall ahead. Lazy Boy behind them. I mean, the name kind of checks out. So Clear now going to be getting themselves perched up into its center zone. Not today, next day. Alright, so Moyes, you saying Falcons are going to come back hard tomorrow. Right, is that what you're saying? So you're saying that RUKH is going to hold on to the lead. Right, am I understanding this correctly? The Falcons White with their last victory that they brought in, right? They actually climbed 5 slots with regards to the leaderboard. Right, sat quite securely now up on those 59 points. 1 point ahead of RUKH Esports. So good play, but of course, well, there's still a race happening, right, with regards to the league standings. So Falcons are leading by 21 points ahead of RUKH Esports, who are 32 points ahead of Clear Vision. Alright, so apparently tomorrow is going to be the day for Falcons. They are going to be looking to dominate the heck out of the lobby. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's hope you're right. At least for the Falcons part. RUKH actually going to be sat in 4th place with regards to the overall standings. Right, so not this phase, but all together. RUKH sitting on 212 points. Clear Vision on 217. I think. Yeah. Yeah, 249 coming through for RUKH Esports and 270 points going out to the side of Falcons White. I like the contention starting to build towards center zone. But let's see what our Western teams are going to be doing, right? As everyone from the East has essentially gotten themselves situated. Oh, special. +18, 77k. They're not going to be happy that the zone is now just pulled to the north. Arab Golden, though, they're going to be smiling, as is Black Hand. Because they are already essentially situated smack dab center zone. RUKH going to come rolling through as well. They know what's at stake. They know that they need to try and create a bit of a barrier here with regards to those points. Alright, so Black Hand with regards to the leaderboard, they are sat on 190 points, all the way down in 6th place. Now, Special Esports, actually, as a result of this previous match, climbed up into 7th place. They were initially down in 8th, but they've just traded places with XENON. So XENON down to 8th. So Smash, Superpower, Jack, and Mo are just sat outside of the top 16. Ooh, I love the sound of that. I love the sound of that. Arab Golden reaching into Clear Vision, and this could now allow for a bit of a play to come through here from the world of battle. Clear Vision, they like to be a bit of a nuisance. And rightly so. They are really good at doing exactly that. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Vampires now pushing in on Castle Black. Again, pay attention to the position coming through here for the vampires, right? Oh, see, shadow, right, beautiful play. I actually think I'm gonna have to rewind all the days just to go look at how exactly the vampires have been playing. Because I'm pretty sure, like, my theory holds true. Is the Ninja Boy gonna have a tough time up on the roof? But now that they're inside, you could see some magic happening. I mean, that's only valid until they get rushed, right? Then it's a completely different story. But let's see now. It's gonna be special. Also rotating up from the south. +18 trying to reach across the way. 77k. Essentially the only team all the way down south. It's a very risky rotation coming through. I mean, 77k, pretty determined to rotate through that Sosnovka Island. But now with the zone pulling a little bit further up north, that does add a bit of pressure. But let's see what the southern edge is going to look like once all these teams really commit to their positions. Now, Virtual Gaming Squad. Ooh. Right there alongside Storm, or could we say maybe Storm is right there alongside the players from Virtual Gaming Squad. The rest of the hand now going to become rotating up as well. Clear Vision going to be hanging on that southern edge. But Mo, look at Mo. Taking a nice chill spot over in prison. Ooh, yep. Gonna be Black Hand now sending it in. They've already found Amjid. Storm also getting met with a nice nade. Yafoz and Fares. Oh, Yafoz. Beautiful DBS hit. Goa is down. Fares now going to be looking to send one over towards Keme. Fortunately for hand, there's not going to be a nice little slit there between the two different buildings. Right, that little shack and the main building itself. But up comes Mozaro, though. That is not going to stop them. Oh, tries to find the reach. Gotta watch out for Fares. The jump shots cannot beat the S12K, especially not when being held by Mozaro. But Mozaro could be beaten by a nade, and that is exactly what we see come through. Keme Storm. Are they going to bounce back? Are they going to bounce back? Or could this be Virtual Gaming Squad now just running right over Black Hand? Oh, nice trade here from Storm. But quick reactions coming through from Virtual Gaming Squad. I mean, they're not wasting any time keeping their players in a vulnerable position. Yes, they have lost Fares, but that could still not be the end of the run for them. Well, now with the addition of Jack Digger rushing straight on in, I think this changes up the whole situation. The Storm gets confirmed. It's now reliant on Keme. Mosta gonna get hit. Danzo gets it in. Oh, but Danzo is Danzo again. Amjid, though, closing it up, and that is Jack Digger running into quite a few problems. So Jack Digger now down to 1. Camper now doing exactly as their name suggests, but they do find themselves in a very sticky situation. The entirety of Special now just holding around. Ooh, Alphology getting spotted out there. As you can see, Focus reaching up north, the zone. Really pulling towards that western front. So now +18 Mo Falcons, as well as 77k, will have to trickle their way back into the safety of the zone. And this is where a lot of the upsets are going to come through. Now it's going to be Ninho also. Oh, yep. Black Hand. Done and dusted. Malek also now coming under a little bit of fire there, as the Vampires will fall in 14th. Oh no, that's not the Vampires. No, there was. Yeah, Virtual Gaming Squad still alive. Never mind. I just saw the Vs. They looked very similar there for a second. Now it's going to be 77k. Having to defend or try and push through. They have to aggress onto the Falcons. As they do find Teak. Puncher King, Psych. Waiting patiently on the edge. Oh, Psych though. Locks it in, and that is 77k right out of here. They get taken down in 13th. XENON going to be down to 2. Lazy Boy and Carry Boy. Boy, oh boy. What are they going to look to do? Maybe go toe-to-toe now with Clear Vision. Ooh, Focus and Veto. Getting knocked. That's going to be one shot. And Van Kid having to dial it up. Oh, great sprays there from Gary, but unfortunately, Van Kid managing to stay alive. Now it's going to be the play. Lazy Boy is down, and that is Clear Vision. Kicking XENON to the curb. Again, a very tough run there for XENON. Unfortunately, not a single point. Jack Digger, however, they're going to be leaving in 11th place with 1 point up. Mo Esports now rushing forward. I gotta say though, I think the addition of Elisio into the side of Mo is doing great things for their overall confidence. I'd love to see this come through from Mo Esports. Easy with a quick pick up there. Let's see what Hansley is going to be doing. Oh, you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out, Broly. Right behind you. We got Hazem also waiting down. All the way in the shelter. So Zem has no... Hansley, rather, has no direct access to move through. Oh, yeah. Good fish. Good fish coming through there from Ramsey. I mean, it was pretty evident as to where they need to fire those hits. Clear Vision's vision is clear. Yes. Yes, they are keeping their eyes exactly attuned to the targets up ahead. And that, of course, could be Virtual Gaming Squad. But it could also virtually be anyone else. So let's see what they're going to be bringing in. The World of Battle. Going to be keeping it nice and quiet. Locking in a bit of a surprise angle, a bit of a surprise play as they do move themselves a little bit further up towards the north. Special now starting to circle around. They've already had a bit of a taste of that Mo Esports. Now they want even more of it. Easy though. Yes, sir. Does find Hazem. It's an easy clap though. Yep, same can be said as Ramsey runs over Hansley. Arab Golden also in a little bit of a difficult position, as they are yet to move through from that southeastern side. Plus 18. And one of the other entrances now going to be looking to apply a bit of heat. Ooh, a bit of defensive strat onto the side here of Raad. Quite a bit of work now being done on the edges here. Quite a fight coming through for possession of shelter. Demon running straight over one of the special players. Oh, but of course now they pay the ultimate price. Right, you can't just run over Ramsey and get away with it. Instead, you'll have to pay your dues. In the meanwhile, Broly still committed to find Muhammad down below. Plus 18 not in a position to be willing to give up any current positioning at whatsoever. Now Virtual Gaming Squad gonna be feeling a little bit of that heat trickling on down. As Vito and the rest of Clear Vision look to play all the way from that far southern edge. Quite a bit of a ranged attempt that they are taking here. Surprised to see Virtual Gaming Squad not jumping at the opportunity, knowing that we've got Superpower just ahead of them. Meanwhile, they're going to be playing for positioning. They are yet to find themselves a few eliminations. Cyclo just running through the side of Arab Golden. Coming in with a shotty and an M4, and that is sometimes all you need. But now it's going to be Virtual Gaming Squad. Stepping up to the plate. Mosta, Amjid, both down. Now it's down to Yafoz. But down goes Alpha Luigi. So Superpower and the side of Virtual Gaming Squad now having to settle 9 eliminations though, going over to the side of Virtual. Virtual being very, very aggressive here today. Special going to try and play a little bit of the range game, looking to see if they can poke and prod their way on through. But they are essentially the only team now having a dominating presence in the next phase. One shot, just going to be holding on to a little bit of that edge angle. Special already sitting up on 6 eliminations. Special and clear vision. Also very determined to be quite aggressive this match. Ra'ad, the only other team that still has all 4 players in this match. Currently find themselves with only 2 eliminations up, but this is going to be now plus 18 E-Flex with a beautiful double whammy. As they do find an insane placement. Oh, Ra'ad now going to be the clear called victors for this match. Plus 18 now going to make the magic try and happen. But instead it is going to be G-Brute stopping them dead in their tracks. Now's the opportunity for Special to bounce back as Ramsey and Broly needs to join the charge. It's going to be Psych now about to get enveloped by the blue. The same could be said here for Muhammad, as well as Mo Esports, as all 4 teams here have to disengage and get themselves relocated. Eliseo, oh! Not going to survive the spray. That ghillie suit not working out in their favor. Now it's down to Easy. World of Battle, though. Getting taken down. Broly and YC now having to leave G-Brute behind. G-Brute locking in so many eliminations for the team. But now it's going to be Ra'ad. Oh, trying to fire in from across the way. Beautiful setup here for Ra'ad. Clear vision also wanting a slice of the action. Oh, yeah, Broly, you've got nowhere left to go. Phenomenal position being held here by Ra'ad. See them just locking down the road, sending vehicles up in flames, sealing the fate there for the Falcons and Special. Now that is going to be easy to be found as well. Down they go. 3 eliminations though coming to the side, or 2 rather, coming to the side of Mo. But it's going to be Ra'ad and Clear Vision to fight. Who will be picking up the winner chicken dinner for Ra'ad. This is going to be their final opportunity to strengthen their position on that leaderboard. Oh, great nades. Phenomenal nades, in fact, coming through here from Zuxi. Oh, look at that. Look at that. One shot, even hopping and skipping a beat. Van Kid, you got to watch out. Zuxi is coming for you. Oh, they're coming in with a pan. Yeah, that's a little bit of a cheeky play though, but that is going to be Ra'ad securing themselves the victory again here. Well, not again. No, this is in fact... Was that again? Yes, it is indeed again. Never mind me. Ra'ad with their second chicken for the day. 9 eliminations, 1386 with regards to the amount of damage they were able to find. But of course, then for Ra'ad, a very, very strong play, finishing their run 1 point ahead of Falcons White. Falcons coming through on 56 points. Ra'ad ending on 57 points. So Falcons definitely locking in more eliminations, right? You can't argue that. They were able to secure themselves 38 for the day, but RUKH coming through on 24 placement points. 2 winner chicken dinners. The consistency is leaning in favor of RUKH. So it's going to be quite a bit of a challenging day come tomorrow because, well, we get into those points in a short bit. Let's take a look at the highlights. Very, very exciting bit of action coming through here. I mean, RUKH, right now, well, RUKH, let's talk about that. They've been having an insane day, right? 2 winner chicken dinners looking pretty good, but they're holding on to a 41-point lead. 41-point lead. So if Falcons White are going to be looking to step it up in day number 3, best of luck, especially if RUKH are going to be continuing on with this momentum. I mean, they are going to be proving quite a difficult team to catch. I mean, looking at what we've got here, RUKH and Falcons both closing it off their plays on 9 eliminations apiece. The same can be said for Special and Virtual Gaming Squad. But looking at the damage, though, it leans way more in favor of Virtual Gaming Squad, coming in with 2052. But you got to give it up to Clear Vision, finding himself 7 eliminations, but locking in 2191. Insane. Mike, you missed it. You missed it. It's illegal to say who won after the match is done, right? Sorry, we can't. It's information we can't share. It's very privileged info. You're gonna have to wait for the leaderboards. No, I'm joking. It was RUKH. They stepped up. Okay, here we go. Right, RUKH going through with 19 total points, 9 eliminations, and then of course we got 13, 13, 12 going out to Clear Vision Special and Falcons White. Virtual Gaming Squad, unfortunately, not finding themselves 80 placement points, so they are going to have to settle for, well, just 12 points, or 9 points rather, all of which is reliant on those eliminations. But a very, very exciting play indeed. Mo Esports, though, also with a strong finish. 7 points in total. Just gotta love it, though. I like this new Mo Esports. I really like it. Right? Mo Esports sitting on 11 points for the day. Right? 4-slot jump just for the day. Based on what they've been able to bring in this last match. So gotta love it. XENON, 77k Castle Black. Yeah. Having a bit of a tough finish. At least this is not their last match, right? They still have a long way to go. But the players there from Group A finishing on a very, very strong note for the day. You got to say, a valiant effort being brought in by them. I mean, we have the World of Battle. They also just played their last match, coming through with 4 total points. But the big kicker is going to be the results right here, right? As I was saying, 41-point lead between first and second. Falcons White going to have quite a bit of work to come to that day number 3. Clear Vision also then moving up a slot into 3rd. Virtual 1 slot up into 5th. Special jumping up 3 slots all the way into 6th place. As a result, everyone else got moved down. RUKH moved down, Black Hand, as well as the World of Battle and XENON. But yeah, we got to love all these plays. We'll see XENON as we head over into that second page. Guy, who's the best player in India? Well, I mean, that would be a relevant question on PMPL India, I guess, right? I mean, we're currently on PMPL Africa, so yeah. Welcome. We do see, yeah, as I said, XENON moving down onto this page. Smash, Digger, and Greedy still holding on to exactly the same slots. Vampires and Super each moving up 1 position. Arab moving up 2. Wave, as a result, moving down 2 slots, down to 15th. But Mo Esports jumping up 2 slots. Loving it. 20 total points. holding just ahead of 77k Castle and +18. Now, I mean, I'm curious to see what Mo Esports are going to be bringing in for the rest of this phase because, right, they currently have 71 total points on the leaderboard. They are trailing by 21 points behind Jack Digger, right, to get themselves out of 19th place. So I'm curious to see just what they're going to be bringing in, whether or not they're going to look to be more consistent like they've been doing so far these past 2 days. If they are, I mean, that could be exactly what they need to do to get themselves potentially in the running to get up into the top 16, because once they catch Jack Digger, it's not that big of a jump, right? There's only 4 points. That's it, right? So excited to see that play come through. In the meanwhile, let's take a look at the special esports performance. They've also been having quite a bit of a run. I mean, as I mentioned, right, in this last match, they jumped 3 slots up into 6th place. With regards to their overall performance for the day, they do find themselves sat in 5th place. 27 total points that they've been able to lock in here. So it's looking exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. But I like the fact that the teams are now starting to step it up, right? Really bring in the performances. Speaking about performances, Clear Vision, they clearly had their eyes set on the prize, coming through with 34 total points for the day. And as we know, they're not done just yet. They still have another match to work their way through. So I'm curious for all the insane action that they can bring through in our last match of the day. Meanwhile, they're really good at avoiding damage. You can see Focus and One Shot there coming through with 255 each. So a very consistent performance coming through from either end there. So I like what we're seeing here. But, of course, it's all going to boil down to the last match of the day. It's all going to come down to the final Miramar to see exactly what our teams will have in store for us. So Jonathan is the best player in India. He has more than 30 MVP trophies. Right, there we go. There we have it. All right, so yeah, let's see if you've got any predictions for the last match of the day. It is going to be Miramar again, right? It is Miramar Day. So let's see what your predictions will be. Who do you think is going to be the team to clutch it out? Remember, only Group D, C, B, C, D, and E are going to be playing, right? I don't know why I'm struggling with letters today, but let us figure out exactly what is going to be happening here. So Falcons, Mo, Raad, and the World of Battle, they're done. Group B going to be joining us, so that is going to be Greedy, RUKH, Smash, and Wave, right? So is there a bit of an opportunity maybe for RUKH Esports to try and play a bit of upset? Yes, they can still look to dethrone Wave, or at least the players from Falcons for the league standings. So they are currently, how many points is that? That is 13 points away. 13 points away from catching up with Falcons White, taking them out of 2nd place and moving them down to whichever other position. So I guess to see what the mentality is going to be here for RUKH. Are they going to be rushing, looking to just crack everything open as they go? Well, the opportunity definitely is there. So far, looking at their total points earned for the day, RUKH, they've only been able to manage 9. That's it, right? 9 points. That is all they've been getting so far. So let's see whether or not they are going to be getting some more. Well, in the meanwhile, let's hop into the match and see exactly what that flight path is going to be bringing in. And I'm saying, I think Clear deserves a winner chicken dinner. I mean, that is a good point, right? They've also been having a pretty good run here today, 34 total points. With regards to their position on the leaderboard, I mean, they could also upset Falcons, right? So I think it's going to be between Clear Vision and RUKH Esports to see who's going to be the one to step up, to claim the title, to claim the final chicken dinner of the day. Right, so Jack, Digger, and XENON, they're going to be heading over towards that western side. Castle Black and RUKH Esports going to be looking to get themselves situated a little bit further on towards the eastern side. This is Miramar. 14 elims and a winner chicken dinner. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, look at that zone. All the way down south. Very close to Los Leones being sent to zone. So if I I almost we almost started talking about teams in PMPL Arabia. Alright, Arab Golden, wave, nice angle, nice setup. Let's see if Arab Golden can bring in a little bit of contention here. In the previous Miramar, they were the first team down and taken out in 16th position. The map before that, they went out in 15th, but at least, though, still locking in 2 eliminations. But when it comes to Miramar and placement points, Arab Golden are having a bit of a tough run. Yeah, Deep. So the person that we had that could answer your question very, very accurately is called Moise. But Moise has already left the stream for the day. But you're welcome to join us on day 3. Right, that is going to be on Friday. But thank you for being here regardless. Let's see what the RUKH Esports are going to be doing. A nice bit of a setup that they've got. Jack Digger all the way in La Cobreria. Be holding a good amount of ground here, but it's not going to matter all so much because they will have to rotate all the way back. Right, them being so far away from that zone. XENON finding themselves in a very similar setup here, all the way in Pozo. But they do have clear vision, as well as the vampires, and of course then Black Hand up ahead of them. Yeah, Moise watches everything. Why this stream FPS so low? I don't know what you're talking about. It's on 60. Selfish, maybe it's a network issue. It could be. Because I mean, I'm watching it on many different devices on my end, and it's a smooth sailing stream. Right, it's coming through at 60 FPS. I'm watching it on 1080 60. So if you're not receiving it at 60 FPS, I think there might be something wrong with your network. And meanwhile, it's gonna be a nice little bit of a tea party up here in Los Leones. So we got Special, we got Smash, we got Virtual Gaming, we got PLUSEIGHTEEN. 4 teams. Yeah. Right, so we got an apparent Handramar going through yet again. So things could maybe get a little bit more exciting up here in towards Los Leones. But the city being the size it is, it's not going to happen right now, right? We don't have enough players in here. Alright, so Wave, they're going to be moving in on the north. Again, we do see Superpower essentially rotating up alongside them. But it does seem like both Superpower and Wave could be looking to get themselves secured towards the northern side of Los Leones. So quite a few outlying teams having to close the gaps. So The majority of the focus from the teams currently within the zone is more towards the center, right up in Los Leones. But as we know, the zone can still essentially shift anywhere from here. Given that it's still within the reach of what this current zone has. Right, so Wave still trying to find their way in. But again, not an overly aggressive play. Instead, they are going to be looking to take a little bit more of a strategic situation here. Right. A nice little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. As we await the carnage. Jack Digger just about to make the exit of the blue. And wait for that zone. So we've not yet had a single elimination come through just yet, right? So the more quiet initial phase is going to result in a lot more aggression to come through in those later stages. Jahad, behave. Ooh, in the meanwhile, look at that zone. Look at that zone. Hey, pulling all the way out of Los Leones. Now, secured up into Puerto. The special can essentially now just start to rotate back. But it's going to be go time now for Arab Golden. Ooh, sneaking in. Let's see if they can get the jump on RUKH Esports. No pressure, Arab. No pressure. I like that suppression coming through from Eugene. Oh, the send is there. Hazem, beautiful hit. Alright, so RUKH now just slowly just picking apart Arab Golden. I mean, big ups to Arab for the rushing forward. Right. Trying their luck, trying to see if they can get the jump. Eugene also not having any luck here as they rotate away, looking to disengage, put a bit of distance in between. Instead, they find themselves now knocking on the door here of Greedy. Arab Golden, though, getting sent out with one elimination up. Virtual Gaming Squad gonna be looking to rush in. Ooh. Mosta is down though. Gotta watch out for Torm. Was it Tome? Whichever way. Tom! Gonna be looking to find the angle. Yafoz waiting patiently in the wing. Fares, as we've seen already, has been picked up. Let's see where this follow through is gonna go now. Is Yafoz gonna jump in? Oh! Instead, it is gonna be the Tommy gun. Stealing those shots a little bit quicker. Down goes E-Flex. Oh, I'm G'd though. Out goes +18. One additional point getting added to their tally. The Virtual Gaming Squad with a good defense. 3 points already up. And we are still sat with 13 teams. As you can see, the zone now just pulling further up north. Now that is going to be quite favorable, especially for 77k here and Castle Black. They don't have to be all too concerned about that zone positioning. At least not for now, right? They can focus on working their way through this engagement. Oh, and the vehicle sliding off the top of the hill. Oh, Fajita. Let's see, is Fajita gonna find Faker? Again, you gotta watch out on these ridges, right? So steep, you're just gonna slide on down. Just as Castle Black are gonna be sliding into the lobby. A great day here for 77k. They've also been playing quite reserved. Right, I mean, in general, the Miramars, not bad. They have found themselves quite a few points already. Let's see what they're going to do this time around. No, Keme. Waiting for Heme. Hemo. Keme, Heme. Right, Kemi. Hemo. Having a bit of a standoff. I think Blackhand essentially now at this point just playing with their food. Right. We need Mazzaro to rotate up as well. And looking at that position coming through from Mazzaro, could be exactly the kind of play that Blackhand now needs to get the jump. Meanwhile, there's going to be clear vision. Held up alongside XENON. Right on the edge of zone. Delharp going to get picked up by the blue. Oh, Ninho out in the open. Now, once clear vision locks in on a target, right, they are pretty difficult to stop. Oh, look at this, though. Wave and Jack Digger. 2 down, 3 down. Ooh. Gaddafi. Are they going to be able to clutch it out? So far, so good. Ooh. Double whammy. Wave and Jack Digger fall at exactly the same time. Wow. 3 elims though going over to the side of Jack. Wave walking away with 5 up. It's a great run. Superpower. Also now in a bit of a sticky situation as we can see up towards that western side of zone. XENON not going to be all too phased. Sure, there's a knock that has come in, but that is not going to stop their approach just yet. Meanwhile, Special and a Smash. They're just going to be chilling all the way down in that southeastern side of the zone. Yeah, now that is what happens when Superpower comes in with a bit of a flex, right? The Greedy, they're going to go down. Yeah, that is going to be Blackhand getting the angles. 77k still going to be holding up north alongside Blackhand. Let's see whether or not Superpower are going to be able to get themselves through this situation. Maybe secured a little bit further down south. Alright, so XENON, you have to find those elims. Let's see if they can get a few here. Ooh, yeah, Foz. Great leverage being held there by Virtual Gaming. Clear vision now in a very sticky spot. Not quite sure how they're going to get themselves out of this one. Van Kid now just trying to pop off a few hits. But a very interesting approach coming through. I mean, the team's not playing this Miramar all too aggressively. They know what's at stake. They know that there are points up for grabs. But they themselves can become those points for another team. So that's resulting in a little bit more of a calculated play coming through from our teams. No one really willing to venture out in the open unnecessarily. Berlin, of course, are getting punished exactly just for that. Blackhand now going to be feeling a little bit of that heat come through. Keme. Oh, very low. Oh, wow. Oh, nub. No, that was Ninho. Ninho almost getting the confirmation in there. See if Morteza is going to look to play the upset. Alpha Logi. Going to look for a bit of reach. Yeah, but they're going to be beaten to the punch as Vankid steals the play and down goes Black Hand. Out in 9th place, 7 eliminations up though. Zone getting ready to pop yet again. Vampires, nice setup there in center zone. But looking at the terrain, not necessarily the most opportune position to hold on to. I mean, they are going to be looking to play a little bit of that hard cover. In the meanwhile, it's going to be Virtual trying to find their way in onto Clear Vision. Xenon, they're going to be using this opportunity to rotate a little bit further down towards that southern edge. Special also slowly just solidifying their position. Smash looking pretty decent over towards that eastern side as well. So Virtual Gaming Squad going to be the team called out to take that winner chicken dinner. So let's see who's going to hit this one on the... Oh, never mind. Look at that. Alpha Luigi getting ran over. Clear Vision going to come through with that determination yet again. Are they going to find the chicken though? 77k up north. Coming through with 4 eliminations. Vampires, Special, Xenon, Smash. All still in need of a few points here. None of them have found any eliminations whatsoever. Nothing to speak of. I mean, Special could essentially look to play quite a bit of an upset here, right? They are holding on to run about 5th place overall with regards to their Miramar performances. They are yet to secure a winner chicken dinner. They are sat just ahead of Clear Vision. Virtual Gaming Squad now, our most aggressive team when it comes to this map, are going to be finding themselves in a little bit of deep water. Right, 4 eliminations up though, so not a bad run. Clear Vision, ooh. Allowing for some clear angles to get played on. This Virtual Gaming Squad are just riding out this edge. So they were the predicted victors. Let's see if that is going to come to fruition. Yafoz now trying to reach on across into the side of Clear Vision. Vankid and Vito. Prepping for a little bit of that VV action. Xenon also just hanging in the wing. Essentially all the teams on here, aside from, I think, 77k and Special, they've all been able to secure themselves a winner chicken dinner on this map, right? Virtual Gaming, they've had a few. Xenon, they've had 1. Well, Smash, they've also not yet had one. So it's Smash, Special, and then 77k. essentially the eastern side of the zone. Right, either of those teams are yet to secure themselves a bit of a victory here. Clear Vision, XENON, Virtual Gaming Squad. They know exactly what they need to do to get themselves set up. Let's try and line up that victory. But is it going to come through though? Will we see that play now happening for them? Clear Vision trying to defend the edge of zone. XENON doing exactly the same. But where's this play going to lead them? Now it's going to be go time. As we do say goodbye to Virtual Gaming Squad. So it turns out that if all 4 people on the Arabic side give you a shout out, that means that you're going to go out in 8th place. Right. Cheers, Mike. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Right, it's a special. XENON getting ready for a bit of action. She-Brood looking for a bit of a setup. Ooh. Ooh. This could be the play, though. This could be the play. Carry Boy Senke still going to be inching their way forward. Looking to slip and slide their way back in towards the zone. Instead, opting for more of an aggressive approach. Right, they are just going to be taunting on the edge of the zone. I see if they can maybe pull special out of their hidey holes. Oh, oh, wow, special, stepping up and then some. Oh, Mike, thank you so much. In the meanwhile, XENON down to Lazy Boy, Vito out in the open, Vanikid trying to run. Ah, we say goodbye to Superpower though. So Superpower not going to be presented with the opportunity to get that winner with a chicken dinner, nor will the side of Clear Vision, as they go down in 6th place, 4 eliminations up. The Vampires, see again, in the shade. But are they going to have to move? Or can they actually hold on to the compounds? Well, we'll find out now as the zone is going to pop. Ooh, there we go. Right, so Vampires. They now need to move into the last building. You can see just the edge of it being within that zone. 77k. Looking to assert themselves as they do approach from the north. They got Smash up ahead. We're looking to find a few of the angles here. $77 though. Oh, they found black. Right, so that is 1 down, 3 more to go. The rest of special, they're going to come rushing forward on towards good old Knight on the edge. This is now going to be go time for Smash Team. Already making it up into the top 5. Right, so they will have decent placement points coming through here. At least picking up. Well, whoever goes in 1st place is going to walk away with 3 points up. Right, 4th place, 4 points. 3rd place, 5 points. Oh, look at the sprays though. Oh, Knight not waiting for that health bar. Instead, rushing out, and in doing so, they rush themselves right back into the lovely lobby. So down to the top 4 we are. Gonna be 77k. Vampires, XENON, and Special. Vampires now out in the sun. Still waiting for Ninja Boy to join them. And they do lose the first as Lazy Boy reaches in with a nade. Now it's going to be Ninja Boy rushing forward. Oh, they get welcomed by a bit of DBS. Oh! Kalua hitting the shot while in the shade. See, using the shade here from the vehicle. Now it's going to be 77k. could be the opportunity. 8 eliminations already to their name. That is correct. Ellen will be back on Friday with day number 3. Fajita taking a bit of damage. G-Brute now looking to deal out quite a bit of it. Looking to serve damage wherever they find fit. Ramsey now moving in. Nice southern position that they've got. Clear line of sight almost over on towards the Vampires. But now it's going to be 77k looking to contest. But Special not going to be backing off. I like this aggression coming through here from Special. They know they need to defend. Ninja Boy not getting found out. Things are looking pretty grim now for the Vampires. They are down to Kalua. Alright, this is now go time. 77k, holding on the edge. Special. Oh, here we go. YC getting ready. It's going to be a 4v4. Vampires now having a bit of an opportunity to get themselves back on their feet. But Special, they're going to risk it. Right, they're going to look to push on forward. They do find Fajita. Good play, good angle. Now all they got to do is follow through. Already bringing 77 down to a 3-piece. They do have a knock on their side as well. Oh, up comes the play. Broly. Oh, Thor instead will fall. G-Brute can play the upset. Vampire Ninja Boy getting met with a beautiful headshot there from Ramsey. Kalua out in the open. How are they going to play this ridge line? Looking to see if they can maybe find a bit of an opportunity there. Onto Morteza. Now down to the final 3. 77k starting to expand. As is the side there of Special. Special holding on to a full force. Oh, they find Thor again. Now it's up to Morteza and Cacao. Cacao going through for a bit of a save. The blue zone doing its thing. Ooh, Thor just not having any luck. But this is 9th phase, right? Yes, Cacao, you got to pick them up and run them into that zone. Vampire's now moving up. Oh, Ninja Boy, you gotta watch out. The spray is connecting through. Kalua also on the very edge. But a good reposition coming through from the Vampires. Just trying to keep themselves ahead of that blue zone closure. Vampires are trying to make it count. Kalua coming through with all 3 eliminations currently held for the team. Special now going to be feeling the heat as Morteza reaches in with a Groza. G-Brute is down. Full send about to come on through. Ninja gets the hit, but down they go. Thor is down. Morteza, Cacao, again, finding themselves in quite a challenging position, but they are only going up against Kalua, who then shall fall. And that is it. That is it. 77k. Stepping up, claiming themselves that lovely winner chicken dinner. As we wait. Right. We are loading, please wait. There we have it. 77k with the winner chicken dinner. 13 eliminations being delivered. Receiving 1001 damage, but dealing 2669. Nice. It's a great play coming through here from 77k. A very, very happy day over on their end. This could potentially be the return grounds. It could. Who knows? Who knows? It's about time, right? We've been waiting a hot minute to see 77k step up and bless us with their gracious plays. So a very, very exciting performance from their end indeed. Of course, we are going to take a look at a few of the highlights. So let's relive a few of these amazing moments. Well, there we go, there we go. Of course, some beautiful highlights coming through from our respective performances that we just experienced out on Miramar, the last match of day number 2. That is Miramar, day now wrapped, done and dusted, of course. Well, we got to take a look and see exactly how many points all our teams were able to accrue in this last game. As we know, 77k coming through with that lovely, lovely winner chicken dinner. It is going to do some magic for them with regards to their points. Then it is going to be 2600 damage secured by them. The rest of the lobby sitting on 1200. As you can see it there between Superpower and XENON. XENON, well, 8 points away, and Superpower just 5 points in to be sat on that 1200 damage. But essentially, it's pretty much 4 eliminations aside from Special then being secured here as well. I'm not quite sure what fancy words I'm trying to go for, but, you know, whatever, it is what it is. Now, aside from looking at the damage graphs, right, we need to see exactly what these teams did with regards to those points. As we know, right, 13 coming through. Vampire is actually having a really good run here, making it all the way up into that second place. So mad respect going out to them as well. Then, of course, taking a look at it, we can see 77k walking away with 23 total points. 13 elims. Looking very, very comfortable right there. Black Hands securing themselves 7 points, all of which has come through from their eliminations. We can see then Vampires and Special Esports coming through on double digits. And, well, Castle Black are going to have to settle for a few donuts, right? Unfortunately, not finding themselves within those points. But it is what it is. So Castle Black going to be ending their run on this match right then and there. But looking at the overall performances that we've had come through from the teams, I mean, PLUSEIGHTEEN had a very surprising day. Even though they secured themselves 1 point in this last match, they only locked in 3 points in total for the entire day. So a very tough day number 2. Deep, that is a very good question. If you have the answer to that, let me know. Meanwhile, let's take a look at these leaderboards. It's going to be RUKH, Falcons, and Clear Vision still sat in exactly the same spot we saw them in last. Virtual Gaming, though, they've traded up into 4th place, essentially swapping places then with RUKH Esports. But RUKH and Special both tied on 61 points apiece. The only difference there being that RUKH has 32 eliminations versus the 33 going through from Special, and then of course those placement points also just swapping around as well. RUKH also with a winner chicken dinner, right? We did see XENON all the way up in 8th place as well, but 77k just on this last match. Now climbed up 8 slots all the way into 10th place, so that means they started the match in 18th position. Now they are secured all the way up into the top 10, so well done to 77k, the Vampires. Also then trading places all the way up into 12th place. So you gotta love it though. We can see Greedy and Superpower tied on 30 points apiece, as is Mo and Castle Black tied on 20 points apiece. So a very exciting day. Of course, PLUSEIGHTEEN with only 11 points in total for this phase. So far things has been a little bit shaky, right? A little bit tough. Hopefully we'll see PLUSEIGHTEEN really lock in a lot more momentum as we are going to be hopping into day 3, 4, and 5, right? Now, day 3, 4, and 5, that is going to be coming back in on Friday with day 3, same time, same place. You know exactly where to find us. And of course, well, moving into day 3, the teams are going to be going back to a little bit of normality, right? We are going to be having 2 Erangels, 2 Miramars, and of course, our 1 Sanhok, as per always, right, coming through for them to play on in. So, yeah. Curious to see how these teams are going to be performing. Whether or not maybe PLUSEIGHTEEN could have a bit of a better day. Maybe that is exactly what they need, right? 3 days as opposed to the 2 that we've been working through so far. They also are currently our top 16 defenders, right? Sitting on 102 points. And they are only 3 points ahead of the teams sat in 17th and further on down. So curious to see what those plays will bring. But in the meanwhile, you know exactly when to find us. So see you all back again on Friday. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Absolute legends. Until then, stay fresh, stay frosty, and we'll see you all later.